with good SEO, and I highly recommend using the same username across all platforms. Consistency makes for a good brand and lets fans find you more easily anywhere. I've got Squeegee on YouTube, Twitch, and Tumblr, but it's taken on Twitter and TikTok by inactive accounts, sadly. This led me to claim the name Squeegee on all accounts where it could, and use one name that is available across all of my platforms. There are some quick solutions to having your username taken, and no, please do not resort to numbers or random letters or anything like that. No one's gonna remember those. The first solution tends to be adding a suffix, and there's some mixed feelings about this. VT as a suffix has the community a bit split. While it can be good for letting people know what it is that you do, or alerting others that you're also a streamer or VTuber when you're in a Discord server or Twitch chat, a lot of people now see it as tacky or a beginner move, sadly, and I'm not speaking like as me thinking this way. I've just seen some takes on Twitter about it. I use 3D as a suffix personally because I'm more of a 3D modeler than I am a VTuber necessarily, and I've seen—
Wait, so, maybe I should change the VT in my name. Should I? I mean, I'm not just VTuber. Maybe, okay.
Artists use things like art or draws or something
Hello.
else, and these kind of descriptive suffixes can work all right in some
19.
cases. Another example, Tori and Chibi, both VTubers with relatively common first names,
Hey,
use
there it
Doki
is.
after
There's
their
a
name to solve
Cybertyger.
this. And there's also a number of VTubers who use bun or another short word too. Instead of a suffix, you might instead use a gamer tag type name as your username, despite going by something different.
Hello. We're hanging out with Cybertyger today. Did you get a ban from Purple's streaming platform again? No, I'm not banned. I'm not banned. I was like, might as well stream this to YouTube. You know? That's
Hello?
Hi.
Who are you talking to?
I'm a streaming on the YouTubes.
Oh, you're streaming on YouTube's? Heck yeah. Okay, so you're here now. And you're on my screen. Hell yeah. Now we're here together.
I can sit in your lap.
Oh. So I'm a VV Wrangler again, huh? Just like that. Okay. Okay, hold up. There we go. Now people see us. I had my live 2D page just so people don't steal a password or anything.
Smart.
How you doing? It's been a bit.
Good. Yeah, it's been a little bit. I haven't streamed to YouTube a long time, so I'm trying to figure out how to do this. Still trying to remember. Okay, there we go. I need this link to the chat. Don't nut in my face. It's not nice.
Can they still do that on YouTube?
Can they nut somewhere else on me on YouTube? Yes. In their brain. No, they can't.
Okay. I was like, what does that mean?
There we go. Now the chat is on top of us, but that's okay.
Oh, do we need to
I
move?
understand we're gonna be looking at a bunch of. How do I do this? Okay, we're gonna be looking at a bunch of
Reddit stories.
meme stories or something.
Yeah, there could be memes.
Interesting.
Yeah.
We're gonna be looking at a bunch of stuffs. We're doing "Am I the Asshole" stories.
Yeah. And am I the asshole adjacent stories too? Because some
Adjacent?
subreddits are.
What's adjacent?
Some subreddits are like.
Like, am I the vagina?
Well, actually, kind of yes. There's "Am I the asshole?" But then there's "Am I the devil?" Which a lot of people go to repost the
Are
absolute
you
worst
implying
people
that
they ever find.
vaginas are the devil?
I didn't say that. You said it.
I didn't say anything. I don't know what you mean. I'm just gonna tower now.
Editor, clip it. Clip it and make it out of context.
The vagina. I'm whispering.
No, editor.
Ear.
Cut all this. Only listen to me.
He thinks that the devil is the vagina.
No, not you, Raven. You're not my editor.
Blood Witch Raven.
Yeah.
Would you like to also sit over here? Would you like to sit in my lap, maybe? Come on over.
Well, she's a bird, so she'll fly over your side right now. What you eating?
I'm eating an old grapefruit and now one of those tuna lunch packs.
It's a tuna lunch pack.
You know the
Like a
tuna
Lunchable?
lunch packs? No. Sort of, but no. It doesn't need to be refrigerated. It comes with crackers and a can of tuna salad. And then you put it on the cracker and then eat it. Like the bumblebee things.
Okay.
No? You have no idea
I
what I'm talking
don't-
about.
No.
You're like,
Also, I have your...
I am a chef, and I do not deign that to be edible.
If I want tuna, I make my own tuna sandwich.
You're not gonna go into the sea and catch your own tuna, okay?
I could. Watch me.
Wait, have you ever caught a tuna?
I have not.
They're like
No.
hard to catch because they're gigantic.
Yeah, they're also like kind of deep sea kind of things. But yeah.
Oh, they're only in the deep sea? Why do we like them so much? That's silly.
They're also like live tuna you catch are deep sea, but they have farms for tuna. So
Oh, tuna farm?
yeah. Also, I have
you ever
your
gone to
stream
a
up on
tuna
my.
farm?
I have not.
Yeah, I see that you have my stream open.
Now I'm standing in your dirty ass room.
Inception! Now I just need to have your stream on my stream, and then it'll be Inception. All right, let me figure this out. If I
Man, baby, you gotta
put-
clean up in here.
No, it's fine.
I'm standing
put
in a cup
this-
noodle.
There we go. Now
There we
it's
go.
gonna be Inception.
Is it working?
Hello, Fauvier. Not gonna stay too long, but YouTube stream, yes! It's a YouTube
Heck
stream,
yeah.
baby.
Oh, there we go. See it now.
Oh, man. Tuna must be frozen
Hey,
immediately
YouTube.
after removing them from the sea or they will die and decompose. I mean, isn't that just like all meat, though?
Yeah,
Or
if you
is
give it
tuna
enough
like
time.
a special one? Oh, shit! What was Raven is here on my side? Hi.
Yeah. Hey, Raven, you traitor. You're supposed to be in my stream. You're my mod.
Cyber called you a traitor. Don't worry. You can always come mod for me instead. I pay in ramen noodles, half-eaten ones.
I'll pay her in Tostino's pizza bites.
Pizza bites are actually pretty good.
Yeah. You never
Okay.
outgrow them.
Oh, you broke the thingy. All right, I'll take it.
What'd I do?
All right, I was wondering if you can share your screen with me,
Yeah. Okay.
like in
up?
in Discord.
Yeah.
No, we don't have to do the
let's see.
stream to a stream to a stream to a stream.
There we go. Okay, good. That's the red screen, and it's not the porn on my other screen. I mean, what?
What? What
Huh?
did you just say?
Nothing.
Why are you
I'm
looking at that porn? I mean, it's okay to look at porn, but isn't that
I'm
illegal?
Not like my other screen is totally not r/titty trap.
R/what?
there is a
What's
subreddit
titty-
called.
Titty drop?
Yeah, don't look it up right now. It's
What
not
is
good for
titty
stream.
drop?
It's when you have big
Hey,
boobs,
what's up?
and then you lift your shirt, and then they drop.
Hey, wait. Oh! Is that one of your things?
No, I don't go there. I'm not on that subreddit.
But you just told me about it. You must know.
Well, I know because of Game Grumps. And then I looked it up.
Because of Game Grumps? Very
Yeah,
likely
because they-
story.
Well, they made a titty drop joke, and I'm like, what's r/titty drop? And I looked it up. I'm like, oh, okay.
Okay. Or maybe you just
I'm fine
like
with
it.
this.
It's okay to like it.
I mean, I'm not gonna say that I don't, but I am a gentleman.
What does that mean, being a gentleman?
Does
that
me, I am
stop
the
you
epitome
from-
of being a gentleman. I respect women and men. Well, sometimes men if they don't piss me off. But
What? Sometimes men. Did you guys hear that? Loopy. Choplimly. VV porn? That sounds illegal. There is no VV porn. I didn't say anything about VV porn. Why is this not selecting the right window?
Okay.
It's showing our DMs instead.
Oh. No,
Sorry.
Vivi, don't.
1 second.
I sent you wiki feed.
Alright, there we go.
No, don't go to wiki feed.
What's wiki feed?
Wait, you don't know what wiki feed is?
Quick, play dumb. So what's wiki feed, guys? I don't know. Never been on
Wait.
any of those things like that before.
Wait, so did you actually not know what wiki feed is?
I'm gonna assume it's a Wikipedia on feet.
Yes, you're exactly right, but it's mostly celebrity feet.
Celebrity feet. Should we get
Yeah,
yours
you
on
can.
there?
I know a celebrity, and also I've never shown my feet.
Alright. Next goal. Next subathon. Show Cybertyger feet.
I mean, I'd do it.
Ah! Not for free.
Yeah, not for free. 50 gifted subs.
50 give this up. Knowing BB, there isn't, but that doesn't stop her from leaving trash on the ground. No! Don't worry about the floor. You can't even see the trash in this one.
I'm
This
standing in the cup noodles right now.
This is a very specific angle of my room. You can't see any of the trash. It's fine. We're doing
Hey.
great.
Yeah,
You guys can read it just fine.
Oh, is it too blurry or is it?
No,
Do I
it's
need to
perfect.
enlarge the screen? Okay.
I
All right.
can enlarge it.
Nice. It looks like you're stroking the screen right now. It's like, whoa, it's so
Stroking?
beautiful. Yeah,
That's
like with your
not
other
what it
hand, you're
is.
like, whoa.
No.
Also-
No.
You're in perpetual cupcake pose.
The fuck
Or
is a
T-pose.
cupcake pose?
You ever watch like a modeling thing and they have
I know the
specific
T
pose?
pose,
and-
but is that called cupcake pose too?
I think so. Or princess pose.
Princess? It's called princess to assert yourself with a Jesus T.
Right?
Vivi, clean up your toys and whatever else off the floor. We have guests, and Trace needs a Trace needs a break. I mean, Trace doesn't need to clean anything. Trace just has problems. Sorry, as I was saying, what were we talking about?
We are going to do the YouTube intro to this Reddit segment stream.
Okay, what would you like me to do?
Okay. Well, first I'm going to say things. Hello, this is the YouTube intro. Welcome. We are going to be again reading more Reddit, Am I the Asshole, and other Reddit adjacent subreddits with my special guest, Vivi Chan, who is my homie. Say hello. What's up?
Hey, my name is Vivi Chan the Dragon, and today we are watching Am I the Asshole? And the answer is almost always yes, you are. The
Yes. we all have a little bit of asshole in us.
asshole. I mean, we clearly do. How else do you?
Yeah. I mean, unless you're a bird, and
What? Do birds not have assholes?
well, they have a cloaca, which everything comes out of. So it's more like an all hole.
Okay, so we call it a okay. It stands for a-hole then. So like that still counts. Am I
Yeah.
the a-hole?
Birds all the all hole.
all-encompassing hole. Yes, you are the all-encompassing hole.
A hell of a hole. That's what Raven says.
Yes, a hell of a hole. It's a good
Okay.
hole.
So first up, we are going to be reading this Reddit story I found. This is Am I the Asshole? But it was also posted on r/best of Redditor updates, which if you don't know, it's a
Ooh, there's a
subreddit.
best of Redditor?
Yeah, but Redditors are people who are on Reddit frequently.
Yes.
And best of Redditor updates is where people repost stories that have been edited or are continuing to be edited.
Oh.
Nah.
Wait, so this has been edited multiple times?
Or
Since 2
updated
months ago.
also.
It's been
Yeah, since 2
updated a
months
few
ago.
times to give us more context to the story, is what you're telling me.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. But first things first, I am going to put on a little bit of background music of
Oh.
non-copyrighted anime music. So,
Alright,
yeah.
I'll put on my non-copyrighted background music too then. Jeez.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, Joshua? Andres? Are you go?
Yeah, what's up,
Yo,
Joshua?
sorry I'm late. No. You don't need to apologize.
It's too late to apologize.
It's too late.
Yeah. We're on the same page.
To apologize. I've been good. This is my friend Cybertyger. In the description of this video, you should be able to find a link to his stream.
Here we go.
He's streaming on
This
Twitch.
is the volume.
What happened to VStream,
Yeah.
by the way? I was looking for you on VStream, and I was like, oh, you're not streaming on VStream.
Oh, I am going to stream on VStream tomorrow because I wanted to pick it back up again. The first one was a tester, but now I kind of want to put my stake on the website by streaming on there more.
Yeah, pee on it a little more. Tell me about where your areas are when you come back.
My areas are right here. You see me? This is my area. This is my space.
Is this where you've peed already?
Yeah. In my space, you can pee everywhere because that's what Tom says.
But it's your because you're a tiger. Isn't that how they mark things? By peeing and shit.
I think you're thinking of dogs.
No.
Dogs do that,
also
for
mark
sure.
with urine.
Do
I'm
they?
gonna Google it.
Okay.
I think they do. Let's see. Tigers mark urine. Oh yeah, it's a
Oh, they do?
mixture of urine and some lipid material.
Well, if it's lipid material, I'll just rub my hands all over it because the sweat in my hands are made of lipids too.
Ah! I
Just
didn't know
like
this stream was gonna go this way.
Yeah.
Sorry, but
I'll
I'm
rub
not
my hands
going
on
to.
you.
That's okay, Joshua Andres. I prefer it almost.
I'll stake my claim on BB-chan as my homie.
Where? Oh my god. Are you rubbing on me to make sure that I have your scent?
Yeah, because you're my homie, and
You know
people
what?
need to
That's
know
okay.
that you're my
I'm
homie.
okay with that. I like being your homie. I'm gonna rub
Yeah.
on you too. The best way that I know how.
No. Your shoes. You're covered in old top ramen. Ah!
See, that's how you mark someone, right?
Yeah. Now we're
With
homies
the
for life.
soles of my shoes that have no scent whatsoever. Of course.
Other
So
than the
where
ramen you
does it
stepped in.
say MySpace? Did we just talk? Oh, are you talking about like our spaces? Oh, sorry. No, we're not talking about the social media site MySpace.
Well, I was.
We're literally
that was
talking
the joke
about
I was
like
making.
the space around him, the literal like 3D space in his area, his P radius. Let's call it P radius instead of MySpace. There we go. His P radius.
My pee.
Steepers.
Yeah, okay. All right then. How about we start reading the first story?
I love it.
And since it is on my screen, I'll do the blunt of the reading, unless you also want to read at some point.
I would be happy to read a story at some point.
Okay, I'll pick a good one for you later. But
My shoes aren't sticky.
okay. Am I the asshole for telling my wife that I won't be opening the door for her creepy friend?
Creepy friend.
Yes. This man, the OP, the original poster of this story, is male, 41 years old, and his wife, Becky, female, 39, is planning on. The wife is planning on traveling abroad to visit her sister and her family in the next few days.
Okay.
She'll be gone for the next 2.5 weeks. Over the past year, my wife has become very good friends with our neighbor, Emily, female, 37, who lives a few houses down. Long story short, Emily makes me uncomfortable, and I think she's trying to make moves on me. At first, I thought she was joking, but I didn't think much of her behavior. But now, it only makes me feel uncomfortable.
Uh-oh.
And remember, everyone, if you are uncomfortable, bring up your concerns. Don't just say it's how people are. If you're uncomfortable, your feelings are valid. And that's the moral of this story, folks.
I'm uncomfy.
Do you need a chair?
Me a pillow?
I don't have a pillow PNG.
No! You ruined everything. I thought you would have. Why can't you just pass me one of your Dakimakuras?
I don't have one of those.
Lies? Then what are you sitting on? Isn't that
my assistant?
Your assistant?
Yeah, but I told them not to talk. Shut up. Shut up. Okay, there we go.
Oh, I see. I'm so sorry. I thought you were a pillow. Oh, hi. Nice to meet you, assistant.
No, don't perceive them. They're not person. I'm just kidding.
They are object.
Let's see. Where was I? Oh, yeah. Earlier today, Becky told me that she chatted with Emily and mentioned how she'd be gone overseas for a few weeks. She said that Emily offered to come by and drop off some food for us, myself and our 11-year-old daughter, Alice, from time to time. That sounds a little too close for neighbors.
Really? I feel like that's pretty normal for neighbors to drop off food.
Well, I've never really been too chummy with neighbors, so I guess it's just kind of off for me.
Okay.
Becky was reluctant to agree, but after Emily insisted, she finally agreed. I was surprised that she'd agreed to this without consulting me first, so I told her that it makes me feel uncomfortable. Yes.
Yeah, that's a little much.
Yeah, inform your partner. Becky said that Emily means well, and it would be rude if we were to refuse now. I said okay, but she shouldn't be surprised if Alice and I forget, quote unquote, to open the door every time Emily comes knocking. Becky said that I was being a jerk to someone offering us kindness. Am I the asshole? So this continued to be updated, but let's stake our claim right here. And
because of course
just make
we're
our
all
assumptions.
going to make all of our strongest opinions when we don't have all the information. That's how you make your stand in this world. Didn't you know?
Hey, well, they ended it here, so without the other information that is clear, what do you think? Because obviously, I think he's not the asshole. Because he himself is uncomfortable with Becky, and his wife. And I'm assuming his wife knows, right?
I assume his wife knows. It'd be kind of weird if she didn't know.
Yeah. Also, if you're,
I don't want new
also
people
he's
coming.
made it clear that he thinks Becky is coming on to him. Well, we don't know that for sure.
But at the very least, they feel uncomfortable, right? That's the important part.
Yes. Yes. And also, she probably should have asked him first.
I do find that very strange. But you can't really control what a neighbor does. Even if you say no, they could still come over and give you food.
Yeah, but yeah, that, but also then that's reaching.
They should put up a united front, though. I agree.
Okay. Right. Update. Earlier this morning, I spoke to Becky about my concerning regard to Emily's behavior. She said that Emily doesn't have any ulterior motives and she means well. She also brought up how Emily has her own husband and always tells Becky how great he is. For some more context, Emily is married, but her husband isn't home too much as he works in the military.
Okay.
When I was asked if she could tell Emily that we don't need food deliveries, she said that it would be awkward to mention it right now before her trip and how it would only be once or twice a week. Another thing Becky mentioned is that has only increased my unease is that Emily had given her a spare house key just in case of emergencies or anything.
Okay. I mean, that's pretty normal among friends.
Yeah, I guess so. Well, it's her friend.
Why are you like so Have you never given a friend like a spare house key or like your family?
No. My family, yes, but not just a friend.
Why not?
I don't know.
Like, for example, if you live in like a different state than like the rest of your family, and you know you need someone to like let your dog out.
Yeah, I mean, under various circumstances, I would understand, but it's just, I don't know. I guess it's just because I've never been that close with neighbors, and also for my friend group, they really never would need to enter my home without like not without me knowing, because obviously if I were to give them a key, I would know, but I don't know, just kind of weird.
Yeah, of course you should know. The weird part here is that the wife hasn't communicated. Well, no. So in this case, this is not that they've given her, like, the stranger a house key. The stranger has given the wife a house key. It's a different, like, it's the other way around, right? It's like, oh, in case of emergencies, you have my house key so that you can get in and help me out with things if something happens. So it's more like taking on a responsibility for someone else than anything else. But like, I would understand the other way would be like much more weird.
I guess it's just me,
but
because
accepting a key, I mean.
Yeah. I guess it's just me because I guess I never really trusted someone that much before.
But you don't have to trust someone to take their key, right? You can also just say no.
Yeah, you could also
it's
say
the
no.
other way. I understand. Like, you would have to trust someone for yourself. If you feel like you don't trust them, you would need to trust someone a lot to give them your key. But if it's the other way, oh my god. Sorry, the view just changed. The view, the post just changed.
Yeah, sorry. I opened the wrong doc, so here we go. But this is still the same story.
Okay, you're fine. I'm just moving it on the screen.
Okay. Anyway, so more context, more clarification. When I asked if she in emergencies like that, for those wondering, my wife is leaving a few hours past midnight tonight. Context for clarification regarding the key: Emily gave my my wife her own house key, but doesn't have the key to our home.
Yeah, exactly. That doesn't have the key to our home.
Oh, okay. I thought
that's what I'm
the
saying.
wife
It's
gave
the other way around.
Oh, okay. I took it as
you don't have to
the other way
key.
around. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. In the comments, here's
Wait, you didn't read
when
the
it's
next
festival.
section.
Oh, right,
Some
right.
more context.
For those wondering what Emily does, I can tell you that she does a lot of unnecessary physical contact, like hugging me whenever she sees me, which didn't bother me at first the first few times, but increasingly makes me uneasy. Not only that, but she has made very suggestive comments in the past. I would also add that the way she dresses and her body language when she comes to our house seems a bit flirtatious. I mean, the way this guy is describing it, I can see that it could just be his anxiety, maybe.
I mean, even if it is, though, it doesn't matter, right? It's like, your feelings are still valid. I agree with what you said before.
Let's see. In the comments, have you ever communicated your issues with Emily to your wife? OP said, I have once before, about a month ago. She didn't think much of it. All she really did was say something in the lines of, that's how she is, but I don't think she means any of it.
Okay.
Oh, God. Like, me personally, I hate it when someone says, that's just how she is. That's a personal pet peeve of mine.
Why?
It's a little backstory for me. For a family dynamic, when someone pisses you off and then someone else say that's just how they are, I probably wouldn't want to interact with that person. But if that person is family, then it's like, aren't I supposed to be able to talk to you? And then it's just, I don't know. That's a personal pet peeve of mine. I'm just.
I mean, that doesn't sound like a pet peeve. That sounds like a family trauma.
Yes, it's very much a family trauma.
I wouldn't call that just like, oh, I have such a little pet peeve when people say this phrase. So you're talking about specifically when you want someone to change their behavior and the response is, well, that's just how they are, so they can't change. So there's no point in trying to have a conversation about it and blocking any future forms of like communication or changing that relationship dynamic to something better. That's much more abusive than just like saying like, well,
like me?
No, I'm saying
okay.
For that to happen to you, it has happened to you, I assume. That's what you're saying?
Very much so, yes.
Yeah. So like, of course, that's like an abusive situation that you're in, right? So like, that's not happening.
I don't want to throw around the word abuse because that's a bit of a strong word, but I will agree with what you're saying.
Well, then let's just say that you're being gaslit. Ooh.
Yeah, maybe.
Ooh. What a
but also it extends beyond just people, right? Because when you have a dog, let's say, and they're like barking and doing just some obnoxious things, like if it's your friend's dog, like like I get it. Some dogs are just kind of excitable and playful, but if they continue to do something, it's just like, does he ever stop that? And he's like, nah, that's just how he is. Because unless it's a very trainable thing to get them to stop, like, to stop shitting in the house. Like, if they continually do that, and the owner is doing nothing to change it because it's their responsibility, you can't just say that's just how they is. You could just say that's a lazy owner because they never trained them to shit outside the house.
I mean, sure, but it's not your life. It's their life.
Yeah.
You can just not interact with them anymore.
Oh yeah, that's what I want to do with people. But if it's family, that's okay. Moving on.
Okay. Yeah, like I said, if it's with family and you're forced to be around them, yeah, that can be an issue where, you know, you can't change your relationship for the better ever because of that kind of mentality.
Yeah.
I agree. But what you said about the dog, but like some dogs really are just like that.
Well,
like,
I mean, you can train
like
it out of them, can't you?
I mean, so it's very contextual, right? So like, what if you own a dog, but like you have no time to train them, or you don't have money to send them to like a school? You just have enough time so that you can play with them every day and like have fun with them. And also, not everybody's good at training dogs. There's like a lot of things that can happen, right? This can happen with anything. There's always gonna be someone that's bad at something. Like you can be like,
right.
I can't stand when someone's late, right? Or something. And then, okay, this person's always late and they're never trying to like not be late. But like people, for example, that have ADHD are more likely to be late all the time because they have a very poor sense of time. Yes, it is something that you can improve, and there are lots of tools that you can use, but some people are just more prone to doing that. It doesn't mean that you have to accept the behavior. I'm just saying that for some people it might be harder than for others.
Yeah.
It's important to know where your boundaries are, without hating the people that are doing the behavior you dislike. You dislike the behavior, you don't dislike the person, right?
Yes, it's the behavior. I don't know. It's like
except that family.
No, it's not. Okay, we've already established this is family. What in the case I'm talking about? Yeah, obviously they're family and I love them. But yeah, the behavior is kind of just. Sometimes it just really pisses me off.
Have you ever thought about if they do that, then you can alter your behavior so that you don't have to interact with them during certain times?
Yes.
Does it work?
For the most part. Sometimes I just keep to myself, but sometimes it's expected of me to talk to like everyone if we're at a family gathering. You know, that kind of thing.
Sure. But now that you're much older, you can choose who you talk to and who you don't.
Yeah.
Right?
I feel like I feel like this has turned into a therapy session.
Is it? I
don't know if
because you mentioned
it sounds
that
like
this
you're
is something that was
therapizing.
like a. No, I'm not trying to. I can't therapize. My
I'm kidding.
license. I'm barely licensed to dragon.
But yeah.
I believe we were in the middle of reading some of these Q&A things.
Yeah, these questions. It's but it'll make for very awkward moments if you don't answer and she knows you're home. OP says, this is why it's such a pain. I really wish my wife didn't tell her about our plans. I guess my daughter and I just happen to be out most days. Commenter said, Becky is blessedly naive.
Blessedly naive, yes.
Never seen that word before. Trust your instincts, never open that door. OP says, she is very naive, sometimes just too nice. But yep, once she goes, I'll be telling my daughter not to open the door either. Record her secretly if you can do this way if she does make a move on you to show your wife. Our house has a few cameras.
Seems like a little okay. I mean, if you really
it does.
Something, like, I feel like this just sounds like there's a communication error between a husband and wife. This person's clearly like making this person uncomfortable, And like
Yes.
what they need to do is just not interact with this person anymore, and they need a united front in interacting with this person, or they need like a cohesive plan on how to interact with this person. And they have not talked to each other about it at all, clearly. Like it just mentioned once in the past that I kind of feel uncomfortable. What did they say, like 2 months ago? And then that's it. I'm like
1 month ago, and then she said the thing that we went on a tangent about. So
yeah. Well, that's just how she
but yeah.
is.
Yeah. Okay.
It's triggering you, the phrase.
Yeah. But also recording her, that feels like a bit of an overcorrection. But if that's what it takes for this person to get closure,
I mean, that's like for safety, right? So I understand if like you want to show evidence that this is something that I feel is uncomfortable, and you want to show your partner when they're not there. Like, I understand that. But like, it does seem a little excessive to try to be like, I'm gonna catch them in the act of doing something inappropriate. Like, it's more like
star. You know that one, right?
It needs to be like that, exactly.
Yeah. Okay. Based on the past few months, I'm fairly certain she's trying to move based on how she's been acting and what she's said. Maybe she is only trying to be nice, or I'm overthinking. That's what I said. Maybe that's what might be happening. Nonetheless, the whole situation makes me uncomfortable.
I mean, she seriously just sounds like a person that's lonely and wants attention, but probably doesn't want much other than that. And this husband is clearly just very uncomfortable with being the center of that kind of attention. So, like, there are plenty of other people to play that game with.
Yeah.
You don't have to do it with this one guy that doesn't want to.
Yeah, you could go to Steve across the street.
Exactly. Go to Steve. Look at this. Cybertyger knows all the people in the neighborhood.
You can go to Steve.
Everybody.
You can go to Robert, and then his wife Shatia can just tell you. Okay. Off the top of my head, I can tell that she does a lot of unnecessary physical contact, makes very suggestive comments, and the way she dressed. Wait, he said this already. Okay, never mind. Yeah, this was just a poll from the top one. Okay. This was updated August 8th last month.
Well, first of all, do you think that was a good compromise solution? I think it was. Like, not answering the
Recording?
door is a very good
not
compromise solution. Because you can always have the excuse of saying that you were out, or that you just went around, or you didn't hear, or you're busy with your daughter.
I think it's a good compromise. Because
like,
obviously
it's much
he doesn't
better
want to
than, like,
interact with her.
confronting them without the wife. I think that
also
would
without
have
any
been
proof.
overstepping. Because it's not his friend, it's his wife's friend. And you also don't want to make it so that they can't be friends or something if they're like really good friends.
Yeah. Okay. Update. I would like to thank everyone who responded to my first post. I really appreciate your insight and support. I've taken the advice suggested multiple times. Sorry. That was bubbling for a while.
I am looking at the chat, Mike. Jesus Christ. Jesus.
Oh, sorry. Did something happen? Okay.
You can go ahead.
All right, so I didn't want to interrupt if you're going to say something.
No, sorry. I was just talking to my chat. Do you want me to mute
Okay.
That's my chat.
Oh, sure. Sorry if I. Oh, damn it! Now I'm getting awkward.
You're
Sorry
fine.
about that.
All you have to do is read the chat.
Right. Sorry. I was. I'll continue.
Okay.
I've taken the advice suggested multiple times in the comments and have installed a doorbell camera the day after my wife left home. Fortunately, nothing had really happened so far, so I didn't really see much of a need for an update until recently. Without further ado, here is an update. For the past few days, things have been pretty quiet. I've been enjoying spending quality time with my daughter, Alice. She attends a summer day camp during my work hours, but we've been spending every evening, and the past few weekends together, watching movies, going on walks, playing video games, etc. My wife, Becky, had planned on teaching Alice how to cook this summer, but since that is yet to occur, I've taken the opportunity. I think Alice is a natural. She picks up instructions quickly, and we've been having a lot of fun. The day before yesterday, our neighbor Emily came to drop off some food as she told Becky she would. I did open the door as I decided to just accept once to be polite, but I let her know that she didn't need to worry herself with any other deliveries as my daughter and I would be cooking. She was acting normally until the very end where she said something along the lines of, "If there is anything else I can do for you, please let me know."
You had to do the tone. Come on, Cyber.
If there's anything else I can do for you, please let me know. Okay. No. Okay. Did that sound okay?
I liked it.
Okay. Well, I'll take notes for my VO skills. I thanked her and told her that I appreciate the gesture, but reiterated that we would be able to manage our own. And then she said, if you ever crave anything else, just let me know. Just think of it as a substitute for Becky."
Does that make you feel creepy?
I mean, that specific line, yes, saying substitute for Becky.
Just think of it as a substitute for Becky.
Yeah. Well, you have the power of sticking your tongue out.
It's like a freaking stalker.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, this made me very.
Flirting with chat. Yes, Arisato.
I mean, I could.
You were. That was you. That's clearly you. Go ahead.
Well, fine. Chat is now named Becky.
No. You don't want it that way. You want. What's her name? I forgot her name.
Well, yeah, I forgot her name.
Emily. Chat is
right?
Emily, right?
Chat is Emily.
Or
a wife.
Or Chat is the OP, or whatever his name is.
OPs usually don't have a name. They're just OP.
Okay, then OP.
Because of the tone she said it in. The next morning, yesterday, Alice and I were rushing to get to camp and work. Emily popped out of nowhere and started telling me how her driveway was being resurfaced, and she needed somewhere to put her car for the next few days. She asked if she could place it in our driveway, and I agreed, as Alice and I were in a rush and because she dropped off food the previous night.
Okay.
As I was driving away, I mentally kicked myself, as now she'd have a reason to hang around our house. Yeah, you did that to yourself, bud.
Yep.
Later that day, I was home doing some chores in our garage when Emily pulled up in her car, mentioning again how her driveway was being resurfaced. I could see that it was indeed the case.
Oh, okay.
I guess because he was like driving by.
It wasn't a lie. Yeah. That would have been even more weird.
I mean, it would have been a bad lie too, because then he could just drive by her house and see nothing's happening. We had a bit of small talk, but at some point she went into a triad about her husband. She shared how she sometimes felt unappreciated by him sometimes, and how they don't get to spend time together. I didn't say too much during this, only that I felt sorry she felt that way. I glanced at my phone and then pretended that Alice was texting me to come pick her up. It was close enough to her time anyways. I said goodbye and locked up my house. Yesterday evening was largely uneventful, and I'm looking forward to spending some time with my kid. Okay, so this is a pretty well updated one, so it might be a bit. No, Raven, clip the flirting.
There's proof now.
Well, I'm gonna turn that into a TikTok later. Let's see. In the comments, good thing you installed the doorbell camera. Was it able to record what Emily said to you? What gross behavior from Emily? I'm unhappy in my marriage, so let me try and squeeze my way into someone else's. That was just someone
yeah, that's someone else
it.
talking about it. Yep.
Yeah. The audio quality isn't perfect. Oh yeah, sure.
Awesome. So Opie says, the audio quality isn't perfect, but thankfully it did record what she said. I feel like she's just trying to make me sympathize with her. Whenever he's here, her husband seems like a nice enough guy. That being said, I guess I don't know what happens behind closed doors. Oh, I hope you show your wife the footage of her making a pass at you. OP, absolutely. I plan on showing it to her once she's back from her trip. Ooh, that's right. So we're gonna be able to see it.
At least he has like proof now.
Yep. I mean, it's not exactly. I wouldn't say what she said is really making a pass. Some people are just very familiar and like kind of flirty on a basis. It doesn't necessarily mean they're making a pass. I feel like it can be way more obvious if you're making a pass at a person, actually. I feel like you can just be like, here is my vagina. Please answer, thank you.
Yeah.
Second
also,
update,
hello, Michael.
August 16, 2023. Update 2.
So just about a month ago.
Oh, shit. Wow, that's like really recent. Okay.
Yeah.
Am I the asshole for telling my wife that I won't be opening the door for her creepy friend? I wanted to give you a quick update on what's been happening since my last post. Becky, just so people that are just coming in, Becky is the wife, will be back in a few days, Friday night, and I didn't want to disrupt her or make her worry, so I've spared her most of the details, of the Emily details until she arrives. From speaking with Becky, however, I have learned that her sister does not like Emily at all. Whose sister?
I think it's Emily's sister.
Is it Emily's sister or Becky's sister?
Becky
told me that she's pretty
Emily's
upset about the
sister.
arrangement. She thinks Becky is overly trusting. So,
so
probably
Becky's sister.
Becky's sister, maybe? Aside from that, things have been largely quiet this week. Emily's driveway has been completed, so she has taken her car back. I haven't seen much of her since then. Alright, so it sounds like it was just this person is unhappy and needed someone to talk to about it, and it really isn't getting anyone to talk about it. Wait, I want to see the comments. The Reddit comments is what's gold. Like, I want to see what the top funny comments are.
Okay.
Damn. Man, people are really going up on the what's going on.
I remember this being longer. Wait, what?
Is it?
Yeah, I remember this being longer. Because I read past and there was like a few updates past this.
Oh, there are?
Okay, hold on.
You're just gonna look at their posts now.
Update 3, here we go.
Oh, okay. Alright. Oh, shit! Okay, alright, it's going down, Okay. Do you mind if I finish it out?
Yeah.
Okay. Hey everyone, it's been a pretty wild 24 hours. I'll give a quick recap of what's been happening. Since Becky was coming home last night, Alice and I spent most of the day tidying up. In the late afternoon, sorry, so for the people that are just entering, Becky is the wife, Alice is the daughter. And the weird neighbor, is Emily. In the late afternoon, I decided to mow our lawn as it was about time to do so. In the past, I've occasionally mowed Emily's lawn, shoveled her driveway, etc. I do this because her husband has done this for us before, so I've always thought that this was just paying them back. Becky has also asked me to do this a few times in the past. However, because of what's been going on, I figured it would not be a good idea, and I purposely mowed our lawn when her car was away so that I could return to my house discreetly. After putting away our mower, I saw Emily's car pull into her driveway. Just as I was about to go inside, she called out to me. She asked when Becky would be back. I told her that Becky's flight was scheduled to arrive tonight, and she seemed happy to hear that. It was a humid day, and I was sweating a bit. She mentioned that I look hot. May not have meant it that way, but with her I never know, and suggested that Alice and I should stop by for drinks. I thanked her for the offer, but explained that I couldn't, and the conversation mostly ended there. Becky arrived home last night. A few hours later, after midnight, and was very exhausted from her flight. After I brought her some food, we were only able to talk a bit for her trip before she went to bed. I planned on discussing Emily and showing her the video the next day. She had rested, but she was still asleep in the morning, and I had to run errands. This is where things got complicated. After finishing my errands, I went home to spend time with Becky and tell her about the video. When I got home, Alice had already gone out with her friends. So it was just Becky and me. Wait, what?
Yeah, that's the daughter. The daughter went out with her friends. So now it was just the wife and the OP.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I mixed up the people. Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, that'd be really weird if like the wife went out. Okay. Becky seemed upset, so I asked her what was wrong. She told me that after waking up, she received a text from Emily welcoming her back and inviting her over. Becky agreed and went to Emily's house. Exercise shorts on the sofa. They looked identical. What? Come on. Oh, no. This is getting weird.
What?
They looked identical to a pair I had. I say had because those shorts went missing about a month ago. Whoa!
Oh my God.
Whoa!
Oh my God.
Oh my God. There was also what Becky thought was a condom wrapper on the floor next to it. Oh my God.
Wow.
During their conversation, Emily talked a lot about how kind I've been to her and how much we talked while Becky was away. Emily even suggested that Becky should have extended her stay at her sister's so she could continue looking after Alice and me. At that point, Becky excused herself and went home. She mentioned that she felt overwhelmed and almost sick. She told me that she came home panicking about what Emily might have meant, so she spoke with her sister. Her sister called BS on Emily's claims as everything seemed too conveniently placed, which calmed Becky down a bit. Why is her sister the first person that she talked? Dude, talk to your husband. You should be trusting your husband in all this. Like, who do you think is the first person you should talk to? Is your husband? By the way, the husband, I don't understand why he didn't just talk to her while she was away. It's like, you want to surprise her with all these things? No, that's just stupid. Oh, sorry, anyway.
Also the wife's sister seems to trust her husband a lot more.
The wife's sister? Yes. I mean, they sound like a close family.
Yeah.
After sharing all this with me, she asked about my contact with Emily during her absence. I told her about the food, the car, and the conversation from the previous day. Then I showed her the video. Becky was stunned and said Emily was blatantly trying to flirt with me. After watching it, she said she felt sick about all her interactions with me. The main issue still bothering us is the shorts. I had an identical pair that went missing. We're unsure if the shorts Becky saw are mine or if Emily bought the same pair as her little stunt.
Or her little stunt.
Same pair for her little stunt. Sorry.
It's okay. I mean, I was stuttering too.
Before, Emily has been to our house, so it's not impossible for her to have taken them. However, we lack proof of this. Considering how Emily gave my wife her own house key before she left, it all seems very well thought out. Wait, what does that have to do with giving a house key? Also, we're increasingly starting to suspect that her husband may be okay with what she's doing. Becky plans to return the key in the next few days. Okay. So now that they know she's being weird,
crazy,
and they're both uncomfortable with it. It sounds like now. So they clearly are on the same page. So that makes me feel a little bit better that they're on the same page as a couple.
Yeah. I mean, now, after all the extremes have gone by. Which is weird. Let's see.
Would you like to read the first top comment?
I might be going overboard here, but if all you have to do is ring a doorbell, all you have is a doorbell camera, I would add more. Your neighbor seems so unhinged. You just never know how far unhinged people will go. Very true. This is really scary. Your wife needs to step away from her. I'm actually afraid of your wife's safety.
Yeah,
I mean, I am too now.
Yeah.
Also, like, the way she was describing her interaction when she got home is like, oh, like, Tom has been really nice to me, and oh, you should have stayed with your sister a little more so I could keep taking care of your husband and your daughter.
That's weird.
Let's say those shorts are yours. This means she had the balls to come into your home and go through your personal stuff to get it.
Oh, so creepy.
Yeah. In her mind, she had to be thinking something like, oh, it smells like... This will be perfect for when I set him up. And then she had this craziness to set it... she had the craziness to set her up in her own home, condoms and all, to make it seem like you two were messing around. She wants your wife out of the picture. Tell your wife she should never go to her home again, especially alone. Super scary.
I find it so strange. Like, if they're supposed to be like really good friends, then how is all these things like, ugh, it just seems so weird. How does this happen?
Also, like, they
like,
think that the husband is in on it
at the house. This is exactly true. Redpool6, this comment. I find the shorts thing really weird. She's making it look like you went over there with shorts on and left in your underwear. Even if you were having an affair, there's no reason for you to take extra clothes to her house. I'm pretty sure that what she did was masturbated to those shorts. Like, I'm almost certain. I'm not sure for a condom. I know that certain toys, it's easier to clean if you use a condom around the toy itself. So maybe that's what that is. But it's kind of strange to leave it lying around. So this person just wants to really stir up trouble, I think.
Yeah. All of that was intentional. Like, Also, at the end of this, they said they suspect that Emily's husband might be in on it. So it's like they're both swingers or something.
Could be.
Yeah.
Maybe the wifey is a swingy.
Yeah, but that's the end of that because this was the last
that's such
update.
a juicy update.
Yeah.
that was so juicy. I'm so glad you went to look for it because that's so juicy. Oh my god.
Yeah,
before it was just like, oh, just like, you know, something's weird. I don't know, whatever you want to do as long as it's not, you know.
Yeah, I didn't go too far in depth. I just remember this being updated 3 times instead of 2.
That was amazing. All right.
Let's see. Next one. Oh, okay. Here's one. This is from r/Am I the Devil, which I was telling you about earlier, where people repost stories about the absolute, like, worst people.
Okay.
You know? Okay. And a lot of the time, these reposts are deleted because the person who posted it got overwhelmingly asshole, and they just said, no, actually, boo, I'm off the internet.
Boo, I'm off the internet?
I said boop.
Boop, like they just left the post and just never returned? Is that what you're saying? Because
they deleted the post and never returned.
I see. So this is all
a lot of that
people
happens
who...
too.
Okay, so this is a previously deleted post?
Oh no, this post is still here because this here, but usually when the post is deleted, they have the full story down here, so if it is, yeah.
Oh, I see. But these are reposts though. These aren't the original people.
Yeah.
Yeah, cross-posted.
Yeah, cross-posted. Okay. Am I the asshole for not accepting rejection? So, as I did say before, it is Am I the Devil? Everyone here is an asshole, so there's no...
Of course! This is just I'm asshole, the subreddit.
Yeah.
We are cloaca. We are the one hole.
We are the all hole.
The all hole.
Yeah.
Alright, go ahead.
I'm cutting to the point. I don't like getting rejected. The moment a girl rejects me, any relationship or connection we had is just dead to me. Okay. I know it's harsh.
Screams toxic masculinity. Okay.
Yeah, so it sounds like they watch Andrew Tate.
Right?
Yeah.
Alright, go ahead.
I know it's harsh, but it's the truth. Ever since I started being interested in girls, all they do is reject me or see me as a brother. I'm not interested in interested in sticking around for that, to be honest. It happened to me last week with a girl I thought I had a chance with. It crushed me, and I blocked her everywhere. One of her friends that went up to me a few days later and got in my face about how I'm immature and how I threw her away and don't value her. Okay. I just walked away from her. I'm so fucking sick of this shit happening to me. Rejection is fucking horrific at this point. And all I get for not accepting it is shit. I don't even lash out. I just do what's best for everyone and cut contact with them. And still I get shit on for not valuing them and shit. This guy says shit a lot.
Yeah, and shit.
Hey, every time he says shit, take a shot. Are you shit faced now?
I get it.
Yeah. Where was I?
You're
fucking
right. I
perfect at this
just don't
point.
want to waste.
I just wait. I didn't lash out.
Right after
right
not
here.
valuing them and shit.
Okay. I just don't want to waste my time and energy on lost causes. Anyway, are they right? Am I the asshole who doesn't value girls? Yeah. I never thought.
This is hurting me. Oh, this is a young,
It's so bad.
hopefully young boy.
Hopefully, maybe he can grow out of this.
If it's not a young boy, I'm gonna be real. Whew.
Yeah.
Whew.
I never thought that I would be embarrassed to be a guy. When you see shit like this,
Just for you right now, you're like, oh my god, you're
It's like,
embarrassing your entire gender right now.
am I a bad one? Am I a good one?
I mean, you have no
that's how it
issues.
feels.
You are a very respectful and nice person. Like,
Yay.
this guy clearly, like, do people... Okay, so this goes with a misconception for a long time ago, right? I think this keeps happening because it's hard to see women as anything but conquerable objects in our society, right? Clearly, there's a status symbol attached with it, and there's an innate need to do well at this kind of thing. There's
Especially at
something
such a young
there.
age.
Yeah, and at such a young, everybody's always talking about like, oh, who do you like? Who are you trying to get with? There's a lot of pressure, especially on males, to, I shouldn't say males. Wait, I should say men. Whatever, like male like presenting. Like, there's like a large pressure for them to, be the active one and go out and try to find a person. While on the other end, they don't think about all the relationships that they're forging from the beginning, right? So like they don't think of it as like, oh, I have a lot of female friends, and then if we vibe really well, maybe we could also date. If we don't, then we still have our friendship, right? Like, I understand if you go into it and all you wanted was to be in a relationship and you were clear about that from the very beginning. I completely understand not wanting to talk to that person ever again, right? Because like, you're like, well, this is what I was looking for. I'm looking for a relationship, and you don't want a relationship, and that's completely fine. So we don't need to talk anymore. That's cool. What the issue here, though, it sounds like he has never told any of these people. He just assumes that since they're a girl, girls are meant to be flirted with and conquered and like be made into relationships, like romantic relationships with them. There's no other way to interact with them. Why would I be friends with a girl? Like, it just sounds like there's nothing here to indicate that he would ever think that girls are possible people to be friends with, which is crazy, right? Like, the way that he talks about it, it's like, what? Like, I understand if the relationship or connection is dead to you, as in like the romantic connection is dead, but that's different than like every single connection with them. Also, they can't reject you if you don't like ask them out.
I mean,
if he just stops asking these girls out, he'll have so many great relationships. They're just friendly relationships.
Yeah, and that's like to the core of this, because this obviously is quite a predatory mindset.
Yes.
Because he's going out and is like, oh, I want to find a woman to date and other stuff. It's like, no, you don't want to make connections. You just want to make a physical connection with the woman. Like, it's such a predatory mindset.
It is
it's
a predatory
closed,
mindset.
And he's closing himself off to other kinds of emotions besides.
By the way, did you see this line?
Lust.
I just find it so ridiculous. The whole,
Wait, which
all
one?
they do is reject me or see me as a brother. Because seeing someone as a brother for some reason is such a death sentence to this person. If anything, that sounds like you guys are very close friends, and that's like lovely.
Yeah, you're like you didn't find your lover. You found like fam right there. That's fam.
Found fam, dude. Fam for life. That's nice.
But now you're a pretty shitty brother for like, I don't want to.
He clearly didn't. Yeah.
Yeah, he didn't value anyone. Oh, but here's some updates. Also, this is from like 5 years ago. Damn.
Yeah. Like, I understand not wanting to waste your time and energy on lost causes. That makes sense. But that only makes sense if the only thing you wanted out of it was a romantic relationship, right?
Yeah.
Like, I heard someone say this before, where it's just like, girls aren't like machines that accept niceness coins until like sex or relationship pops out. Like,
I heard that one before.
How it works. Like, you can't just be like, I'm nice to you, so mate with me. Like, no.
Yeah. No.
Feeling ashamed just to be reading this guy's story, says Kevin Wynn. That's exactly what Cybertyger said. So I was like, I am so embarrassed to be male right now.
Yeah, I mean, like, I never thought I'd be embarrassed to be a guy. When you see shit like this, it's like, am I a bad one? I'm good, right? I don't watch Andrew Tate.
I don't watch Andrew Tate.
Yeah. Oh, but also, I'm gonna say this, also kind of strangely, as relationship advice.
Yeah.
Like, don't make it a priority to make a relationship out of everyone you find who is a gender that you're attracted to. Just go out and make connections.
Right.
Like they don't have to be romantic. Just make connections, because if he continues this, he's gonna have a lonely, loveless life.
Right? There are a lot of different types of love. You don't need to block out all love because you want this very, very specific form of love. And even most of the time, that's not even love, honestly. Just putting it out there.
It's just
infatuation.
Infatuation, that's the word I was looking for. Nah. Oh, but there are edits here.
Oh, go ahead, please. Yeah, I want to hear the edits.
Edit. I didn't expect this huge reaction. Apparently, I'm an asshole because I think it's ridiculous for girls to expect friendship after basically shitting all over you. And that they are then entitled to ruin your reputation if you disgrace them from that point on. I expected some blowback. Also, his spelling is.
Shit. This guy's doubling down.
Yeah, he's not. Okay, but not such a united front against torturing myself after already getting ass fucked by rejection.
Ass fucked by rejection.
Edit 2. Fuck it. Not gonna argue anymore. Fuck this shit. All you taught me is that apparently women can treat guys like dog shit, and the guy is at fault for thinking friendship is the standard or not worth it. No point in arguing. Okay, so there was no changing this guy's mind. It's like he's so deep in this mindset.
So he thinks that women treat men like dog shit when they're rejecting someone. Meaning that if he was good enough or did something better, or if they were a nice person, they would say yes. Do you ever go out with someone just to be nice? That's stupid. Don't do that.
Yeah, that's weird.
That's just so against what relationships are. Like, you're gonna be like, oh, you want to be with me, but I don't. But I'll stay here. Sure, why not?
That's so weird.
Like, nobody's gonna do that shit.
Nobody's gonna do. Well, I mean,
abusive relationships do.
Yeah, I was about to say, but it's just,
right,
this guy
Kevin
is so deep into this. Oh yeah, what's that?
In my
What's
chat,
Kevin
Kevin says it's like secondhand smoke, except worse. He's talking about, like, being also a guy, like, reading this. It's also the missing communication, like you said earlier. He probably wasn't upfront about it, and now he blames every girl he talks to. Yep.
Yeah. Also, like with these two updates, like why did he post here? What was going to help him? What did he want to hear?
I mean, he didn't post it. Someone else reposted his here, right?
Oh no, like he posted it, but this is just reposted on this one. But like,
yeah, he
obviously
posted on Am I the Asshole
on,
because he truly thought that he would be in the right.
Yeah, and like when people kept telling him he's wrong, he didn't take any of it. He just wanted people to say, yeah, he's right.
I think what he really wanted is for someone to be like, oh, I'm sorry, buddy. I'm sorry that you got rejected. I hope you feel better. Like, that's what he wants. But he can't verbalize that because he's trying to hurt this other person, or like trying to make it about something that's not true. Like, there's so many things that you would wish is true so that you feel better, and that's what was happening. But clearly that's not going to happen.
No. With
everybody
like
telling him universally that he's wrong. Can we see some of the comments in the original post? Is it possible?
Oh yeah. Let's see if I can.
I want to see like how he was arguing with people.
Okay. Oh wait, yeah. Like, did he?
My first one. Okay, so Gritty Lifts, asshole enthusiast, says you're the asshole. This is a major incel shit. Yes, that is literally the feel.
Yeah. You're the asshole. If friendship isn't good enough for you, don't waste women's time by pretending to be their friends. Stop girlfriend zoning every woman you meet. Yes, very much so.
Yes. Oh my god, that's such a good way of saying it.
Okay. I thought. Oh wait, does the OP reply to any of these?
Yeah, I want to see his replies. Is there a way to sort by it or something in Reddit?
I don't know. Hold on, let me see. Sort by suggest.
Sort by
controversial.
Usually controversial might pick up like the things that people don't want to.
Whoa, this guy says not the asshole. -2 downvotes. Let's read this. I kind of want to see what he
This one
says.
says, "No, thank you, Reddit. Fuck." Okay, not the asshole. Based off of what OP said, he isn't looking for only friendship in these people. He's looking for companionship. When he's informed that he will not get that companionship with a certain person, he cuts all ties. I honestly think this is completely fine. I actually agree. If that was the actual story, I agree. If you were very clear, like you're on a dating app or something like that, and you're literally looking for a mate, and then they say that they don't like you, you just move on. That's fine. You just stop talking to that person. Okay.
Right.
And am surprised by how many people say it is incel-ish. He isn't being malicious or brooding over how to get back at the femoids. He just wants to move on and find someone who can offer him what he needs. It's a huge emotional toll. Sorry, what did you say?
Did he just say femoids?
Femoids. So that's an incel
yeah.
term, right? The whole idea where like females are like these sex robot kind of things, or like sex depriving, or whatever it's called. They don't give out sex.
Yeah, weird.
These feminist femoids. Ah.
Okay, continue. Sorry.
He just wants to move on and find someone who can offer him what he needs. It is a huge emotional toll to be constantly reminded of someone who didn't care for you in the way you wished they did. Why villainize OP for finding a safe way to prevent that emotional burden? So as far as not wanting just another friendship and cutting all ties, definitely not the asshole. Additionally, I'm annoyed that the one girl would harass OP by saying he's immature, completely disregarding his emotional state and attacking him when he's already feeling down. I would say that OP should take a moment of introspection to see if there's anything he can improve about himself in order to increase his chances of success. Oof. I'm not sure about that last one. I hope that negative feelings of rejection don't drive him towards a prejudice against all women. Okay, so I actually agree with most of the things that are said in this post. I don't think that he's interpreting the situation correctly. It sounds like he is talking about all women in all his relationships with every woman. Like, right?
Yeah, I mean,
do you think that he's talking about all women?
I mean, from the OP's perspective, it does sound like it's just the women he's talking to, but we don't have a lot of context of what his the spectrum of his sight on women in general. So
okay, so to me, it sounds like this is something happening in maybe high school or college. Okay, can we scroll up to the original post?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so to me, the clues that I looked at for trying to have an idea of what kind of environment this was in is that there is a friend involved that can say that he's being shitty and that she's not being valued, right? So that to me tells me that it's not specifically a dating site, right? Because like when it's just a dating site, you know what it's for. It would be even more weird if a girl didn't like you and kept going on dates with you for a very long time. If every single date was a date and like you met her friends and you guys became like, you know, like hang out with each other a lot, and then like suddenly she's like, oh, I don't want to date you.
Yeah. Also this last sentence in the first paragraph. Yeah, the last sentence is like, one of her friends went up to me and a few days later. So I'm guessing this is like a high school situation. One of her friends, right? Doesn't
it sound like a high school or like a college kind of situation where like maybe the relationship happened because like they were talking to each other because they had to see each other in like class or like a club or something like that. Like this isn't something that I feel like that would just happen as randomly.
Yeah. I hope in his adult life he's better. But Arisato says from his intro paragraph, he said, paragraph he is kind of saying all girls he hadn't interested in. So I'm guessing, I don't know his stance on, I don't know. It's just from this take alone, it does sound asshole adjacent. Well, I mean, it's definitely asshole behavior, right? But I don't know. Yeah, the maybe the incel thing is going a bit far, but
I mean, incel is just I think people just really like using incel as an attack. I think I've been called incel once as well. I think one of my YouTube comments actually says, like, isn't this the incel VTuber? I was like, nice. That's what I'm known for.
Wait, There was a sentence in this one. It's a huge emotional toll to be constantly reminded of someone who didn't care that for you in the way you do. Yeah, I get
agree.
this because recently I was in a situation where I felt like I valued a friend more than they valued me. And it's not you. Just saying, it's not you, Vivi.
When you say that, you make me think that it will be me. You're just trying to complain to my face.
No, it's not you. I value you a lot. It's it's just, yeah, I mean, sometimes people's priorities are different, and if you feel like your value in them is more than their value in you, it could be taxing because you feel like you're being underappreciated. I guess, because if you see that they will never feel the same way about you as much as you feel about them.
No, of course.
You
want a relationship to be fair, right?
Yeah.
If you're putting a lot of emotional, physical investment into a relationship, be it like, you know, like a regular friendship or a family member or like a romantic partner, like all these things, obviously, if you feel like you never get any of it back at all, or like appreciation at least, or anything like that, it definitely builds up. I'm sure you get like a lot of resentment over time.
Yeah.
Like it's not a fun time. Like I totally get that.
Yeah.
You know, like the best thing at that point is just like you need to talk to them, right? Or you need to stop being friends with them. Because like some people are much more willing to give their time than other people are, or like give their resources or whatever, like for emotionally supporting other people, and they realize like, oh, they don't get it back, and like they also want it.
But also saying it's not the other person's fault. Their lives are very different, and they may not have the time to be there as much as you are for them. It's I mean,
but it's how you feel that's important here, right? Because if you don't want a friendship that is like this, then you need to talk about it. Have you ever told your friend that you want more out of this friendship, that you want more back?
I never said that because I don't know.
Are you just building up silent resentment?
Yeah, that came to a head very recently, but that's a story for another time. But
I see.
Yeah.
Well, for everybody else out there, if your friendship is a good one, I hope that you guys would be able to, whoever out there is having problems with their friends and feels like something is unequal, I hope you guys are close enough to feel like you guys can talk about it with each other. Because a lot of things are solvable if you guys talk about it and come up with action items for how to make each other feel better.
Yes, very much so.
I agree, though, because different people have different resources. They might not be able to support you exactly the same way that you support them. Like, same thing with love languages and things like that, too, right? So, like, what you like to do or what you want someone else to do for you could be different. And maybe you just need to talk to each other to figure out what's something that can be done so that you feel more appreciated. Don't let it build up, though. I hope whoever out there has these issues, I hope you're not afraid to talk about it.
Yeah, like the situations like this are, I'm not gonna say easily fixed, but easily kind of.
They're easily made worse by not talking about it.
Made worse by not talking about it, but
like
also,
it's not easy to talk about it for sure. And
also, it's easy to come to closure if you just talk about it. You know, it might not be good, it might not be bad, the outcome, but at least you have closure. So you're not just sitting around wondering what would happen if you said this, what would happen if you said that. It's like, that's going to drive you crazy, build up resentment, like you said, and it's not healthy.
Yeah. All right, let's see the next controversial comment.
Yeah, this got unexpectedly deep.
Yeah, I like it. I thought we were going to just be making fun of people.
Me too.
For like this entire time. We ended up doing this instead.
Okay. I'll read this one since you read the last one.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna go against the grain and say not the asshole. That being said, I think you worded your take incredibly bad. Very much so. Also, you said shit too much.
Yeah, you did.
Makes you seem more bitter than anything, but underlying premise seems that if you're flirting with a girl and she rejects you, that you have no interest in being friends with them. That's completely fine thing to have. Yes, what we were talking about earlier. If you're looking for a relationship and someone doesn't want that, you're under no obligation to stay and be friends. It's like, yeah, I'm gonna finish this first and then say my piece. It doesn't make you seem slightly shallow, but as long as you're upfront about it, I can't see why you'd be the asshole for distancing yourself. So yes, I do agree with that. Like, it's like when you break up with someone and they say, "But we could still be friends, right?"
Right, but you don't want that.
You don't want that, because when you were in a relationship and then you want to still be friends after that, there's still this like, depending on how the relationship ends, there's still going to be this underlying tone of like, maybe there's a chance we'll be together again. Like,
maybe
that's not the kind of feelings you want to bring into a friendship. So yeah, like distancing yourself from someone who rejected you, I completely understand that. But yeah.
I think the issue is like, how long did you butter a person up and then, you know, set yourself up for that kind of emotional shutdown, right?
Yeah.
Like, you're putting all your emotional beans in one basket, thinking that for sure this should result in a relationship. That's the issue. If it was a low stakes, just like, oh, I like you, let's go out. Oh no, okay, that's fine. Let's not talk again, and then that's it.
Yeah.
But if you guys have built up like a good friendship already, it's kind of shitty to not want to talk to them.
Just cut them out of your life,
right?
Yeah,
I feel like
that's
that would
the
be like
shitty part.
Oh hey, hello Alfest. Just discovered you the other day. Love the vibe you've got going on. Thank you. If you want, you can check out my friend too. This is Cybertyger. This is their idea. This reading Am I the Asshole posts on Reddit and discussing with our chats.
Okay. Let's see. Next story. I deem this person. Oh wait. Oh yeah, I forgot.
The other guy was definitely an asshole. The
other guy was definitely. Yeah, he was definitely an asshole. But underlying messages, it's like, we'll disregard that, because the question was he an asshole for doing that initially? It was yes. Yes,
he was. Asshole.
Yeah, put it on the screen. Boom. I put boobs. Boom.
Boobs?
Yeah,
wait,
I'll probably tell
are you showing me boobs? I can't see the boobs. This is really... Oh, no. Oh, God. Guys, what happened to my eyes? Why can't I see the boobs? I need the boobs. Don't worry.
It's just a picture of Drake and Josh.
I hate you. I don't see anything. It just says, am I the ass for telling my wife I won't be opening a door for her creepy friend?
Oh, that was the previous entry. Okay.
I know. You say you're going to show me a picture of Drake and Josh.
Hold on. Let me see.
Oh, I was just kidding. You don't have to give me a picture of Drake and Josh. Oh, I hate assholes? No way. I love assholes.
I mean, we use them every day.
Do you see the boobies, JJ? Am I the only one that doesn't see boobies?
They're boobs.
Oh my God, that's not boobies. That's
These guys are boobs. These guys are boobs.
Oh my God, what?
That's what Megan calls them all the time. Shut up, boobs. Wait, you never see Drake and Josh?
What?
Never see Drake and Josh?
I've never seen Drake and Josh.
Yeah, the evil little sister Megan is like
channel growing up. Okay, guys.
It was Nickelodeon.
Oh, I didn't have Nickelodeon.
Yeah, it's like in the show, the evil little sister is like.
This is why.
It's like, shut up, boobs.
I'm like, I have not experienced anything.
Yeah. Okay, so here it is. Another Am I the Devil? But as I was saying earlier, people delete their posts because they don't want to be called the asshole. Oh yeah, this one got
removed. So this one you're saying it got reposted, right?
Yeah, and now the full story is down here.
Yes, I love that. Okay, can we start with the title first, and then we'll go down.
Am I the asshole to leave a bad review because my children couldn't attend the party at a hotel? That sounds weird.
Yeah, it already sounds weird.
Okay. My family checked into a hotel. Me, the Hubs, and our children, aged 12 and 13. When we booked, the owner had mentioned that around midweek, we would be the only residents in the hotel as they were hosting a private event for their twins' 13th birthday.
That's nice.
Also, having a hotel all to yourself.
Yeah.
But I mean, not all to yourself. There's another event going on.
But I mean, basically to yourself.
Yeah. Wednesday comes around and there are carpenters and scene dressers with box upon box of items for the party. The wife is there with the team and the party plan. Also a guy who was an ex-Disney person making the magic happen.
Ooh, magic Disney person.
We go out all day, and when we get back, there is a magic entrance being tested to platform 9 3/4. Oh, it's a Harry Potter theme. The invites are the tickets to open the door. My children are amazed when the doors open and the hall to the function room is a replica of Diagon Alley with stalls set up with capes, wands, owls, spell sets,
so cool.
etc. It sounds like a huge party.
That's an expensive ass party.
Huge and expensive, yeah. For carpenters and a party planner
know,
and
right?
an ex-Disney
Dude,
star.
that's serious.
And this hotel person must be rolling in it.
I mean, they probably specialize in party planning, honestly.
Yeah,
so, like,
that's
why not do it for your own kids, right?
Yeah. The wife comes out and asks how our day has been, and we say, okay, but this looks amazing. What's it for? She explains that it's the twins' 13th birthday, and it's a little party for friends and family, as per our email. She headed back. Oh, I'm assuming she sent an email about the event to her, so they wouldn't be
right, so that they know that there's something else happening.
Yeah. She headed back in, and as there was a noise, she needed to check the grand hall to make sure this scenery hadn't fallen and the ceiling was working okay. So we headed back into our room, which goes straight past the service door, which is open. We take a sneaky look, and it's amazing. There are flickering candles everywhere, long tables, just like the film. My two kids, forgot to put that, are excited. We head down to breakfast and casually mention the details of the party and ask if there's any way we could come.
That's such an awkward thing to say. Can we go to your cool party, even though we weren't invited and we don't have?
And also, and also the owner doesn't know them. They're not friends.
Yeah, I don't know who you are.
That's a little overstepping.
Quite.
The owner looks at us as though we have 7 heads and politely declines and, well, yeah. It reminds us, I mean, no, I'll say this later. And reminds us that it's just friends and families. Also, the hotel catering team has ensured there are enough favors for the guests. My children are heartbroken after all. It would just be only us 4, and you always get a few that don't show up. Again, they decline. With the explanation, all the favors are personalized and are in the houses of Hogwarts. Okay. We go out all upset. This screams entitlement.
No, seriously, this is screaming Karen energy. The Karen energy is strong in this one.
The weekend arrives. Guests arrive at the party, and you can hear the laughter as they choose their school items, and the character actors are muddled into one. We try to enter, but don't have a ticket to open the platform.
Wait, they try to enter? Oh, no, honey.
After they said no?
No fucking way. They already said no, and they still try to get in? I'm, like, super mad now.
It's like, oh, maybe they won't notice us getting in, even though it's a ticketed event. Yeah. Let's see. We don't have tickets to open the platform. I remember the service door, which is open as they are laying out all the food and cakes on the tables. The place is amazing. We get as far as the back of the room when an actor asks to see our tickets as it hasn't been logged, and we haven't got the school list. I explained we are guests at the hotel and asked us to leave. Okay, yeah, they asked you to leave. My boys are upset and just don't get why they can't attend.
They can't. They really don't. Do they not get it? Oh my god.
Yeah, that's weird. We headed down.
Weird.
We headed downstairs when the owner is coming up with an epic cake Hogwarts with the Hogwarts Express going through a tunnel. I try once again to get an invitation, which falls on deaf ears. She mentioned they are hosting a ticketed Harry Potter party next weekend, and there are still tickets. Okay. I lose it, and I might be the a-hole for this. I threatened to leave a bad review unless we get an invitation.
Yeah, it's kind of like Wedding Crashers. Like, don't
would I
be
be
that.
an a-hole to do this? Yes, you would.
Like, this is so clearly an asshole.
Clearly asshole, clearly Karen. And also, the two children, they're 12 and 13. They're not little kids.
They aren't, but even if they were little kids, you don't just tell them that they can go to a party that they can't go to and then try to enter 3 times illegally.
Yeah. First through the front door, which they don't have tickets
Like,
for.
that's such a
then through the
bad
surface
example
door.
for children. Like, come on.
It is. It's like
Like, you're
you can
telling
get
them that
whatever
it's
you
okay.
want.
You want
If you
it, so
break
I'll
the
try
law.
to get it. I'm your mama. Like, come on.
Yeah.
So Cademon Faith says, this person thinks they're being a good parent, but it's entirely the opposite. They're setting a horrible example for their children.
Very much so.
Jesus Christ.
Arisato says, I'm overdosing on secondhand embarrassment. Yeah, me too.
Oh my god. How do you want to keep going in?
Yeah. Also, how do you write all this down and not understand
Right?
your behavior is unacceptable? Let's see. My boys don't understand why they can't go in because they weren't bloody invited. I mean, yes, straight point.
Oh my god. It doesn't
let's
matter
see.
if they can understand it or not. You don't just do it because they believe they can. Like, what?
Yeah, this isn't a sitcom where you could just sneak into a party and everything's gonna be fine at the end.
Oh my god.
Even in the comments, she's carrying on like she's the hard done by victim, and that she didn't do anything wrong. How the hell are people? Oh wait.
Know that this is terrible.
Yeah. Also the original post is deleted, so we can't see
we
her.
can't even see like what she.
Yeah.
Usually like said it like. Okay, so wait 1 second. Can we see the most controversial ones?
Ooh. Oh, we can't see the replies.
Oh.
Oh, here they are.
Oh.
Okay, hold on.
Oh, sorry,
this
that was
one
not the
has
original one. Okay, I see.
Wait,
OP,
can I not?
wait, where's the reply?
Oh,
Click the little
since the
expand
post.
button? No, is it gone?
Oh,
there
wait,
we go.
yeah,
There
okay.
we go. Yeah. Okay, let's
I'll
go
go back
first
to
one.
the top one here.
Okay. Would you like to be one of them, and I'll be the other one?
I'll be Stew Radishes.
Okay. Go
Stew Radishes said, "Oh,
that's a picture of them. Okay.
of course you're the asshole. You knew in advance that it was a private party and could have gone somewhere else. You're not entitled to everything you see."
I think if it had been explained that it would be a Hollywood extravaganza, I would have booked elsewhere. We were told it was a children's party.
It was a children's party, but it doesn't matter. You knew it was private and not for you. Wait, hold on.
Right?
I have to expand this one. Wow, she's getting into a lot of arguments.
Shit. I assume the twins aren't made to share and think of others. 2 more people would not have made any difference. Oh my god. How the fuck is this how she thinks?
And I guess
Oh
Snoo
my god,
Radishes
this
kind
is
of gave up.
killing me.
Snoo Radishes gave up on talking to her, so this is Lost Pop. It's not about sharing, it's about respecting boundaries and having the freedom to choose who they spend their special day with. And that's not with you and your kids. Learn to respect that.
What made it worse? The Sunday when the family and friends left, they were playing with the twins in the residence lounge. The boys tried to ask about the party and the twins refused to enter into a conversation beyond "it was nice seeing our family." That was mean, as they could have talked about. What the fuck does that mean?
Well, first of all, you don't know these people.
Really? Who the fuck? They could have just not talked to them at all because you guys are being super rude and very dramatic.
Yeah. Also, like, you're 13 and then another kid just comes up to you and asks how your birthday party was, even though you don't know them.
Oh my god.
But they just happen to know it was your birthday party. It's like, yeah, cool.
Oh my god.
It was nice. We got to see our family. Yeah. Okay.
I'm
let's see
so
a different
mad.
conversation.
Like, Oh my god, how is this what she thinks is normal?
Oh, wow, she got into a lot of arguments.
Wait, there's actually a thing where you can pay for a ticket?
Wait, there was a ticketed event next week that they could enter. So, you're the asshole. The party is private and you're cheap. That if you want your kids to have an experience, let them have it with everyone else who can buy a ticket. You are unbelievably entitled. I'd be embarrassed to be your kid. Though you probably taught them so poorly that they don't even think twice about their entitlement.
Oh, Jesus Christ. They wanted 100 pounds for the 2 children. And then like 50 pounds each for Hubs and I. It would have also meant booking in for another weekend. I take it you don't have children, as I hate to see mine crying over a party that could have accommodated us. No, it couldn't! How could it have accommodated you? How?
It's a private party.
Oh my god.
Specifically for her family.
Oh, wait, the next one.
What's that?
I want to see. Does she reply to
that? It doesn't. Does she?
Do you allow strangers to just pop into your kids'
birthday party?
Oh, there we go. Of course not, but we don't have the means to have uninvited people. What?
That's exactly what she told.
Okay, I think what this is trying to say is that they're so rich and have such an extravagant party that they should share with people less fortunate than them. Is what she's trying to get at, I think.
Oh, really? Damn. Now she's playing victim.
Yeah. She's like, if you're gonna shove a fancy party in my face, you better let the other people staying there participate. No, they don't. They don't need to do shit for you.
Also, it's like, of course not, but we don't have the means to have uninvited people. That's exactly what the owner told you, is that
oh my God.
We don't have the means for uninvited people because we personalized everything for every guest. Oh, gosh.
Making some of the money back? Who the fuck do you think you are? Oh my God, I'm so mad.
Me too. Some of these get my blood boiling.
Oh, this makes me mad.
Zen says, damn, this is spicy and delicious. Arisato says, and it's like almost everyone in their comments has like a negative 400 downvotes.
Yeah.
Which means every...
Wait, actually, can we see the most controversial too? I want to see if there's anybody that's like...
let's see, suggested controversial.
Okay, cool.
I wonder if she replies to these too. Doesn't look like it. Okay, wow, this is a long one though.
Holy shoot! Oh wait, no,
this is the mods. Okay. Wait, this is a controversial take? Of course your muggle children couldn't attend a magic party. Didn't they read Harry Potter? You're the asshole.
I think the idea is that this person was not helpful. So
yeah,
half the people thought it was funny and upvoted, and half the people thought it was too much levity to the situation and downvoted.
Oh, I just got a raid. Hey, Bongo, how's it going?
Hey, hello, welcome in.
From my buddy Bongo. Yeah. Hello, I'm here with Vivi Chan.
My name is Vivi Chan the Dragon.
Yeah, and the two of us are going through Reddit stories, and this one made us very mad. Because of how
it really does though. It's making me boil. Oh my God. For those of you that are just coming in, would you like to explain for them like what's happening?
Yeah. So the TLDR is that this wife and her family went to a hotel they booked at, and they're the only ones there because there was a private event being hosted, and they wanted to go, but the owner of the hotel said no. So they tried sneaking in, even though they were caught and kicked out. Yeah, 2 other times.
And then when they couldn't make it in, oh my God.
And then she decided to threaten them with a bad review. Of the hotel for not allowing them. Heck yeah.
Because her kids weren't allowed to attend the party that they weren't invited to.
Yeah. It's ooh.
Oh.
That's the TLDR. But yeah, I dubbed this woman not even the asshole because it was reposted. I deemed this woman the devil. Boom,
the devil!
Stamp it on the screen. Yeah.
All right, let me see what the top controversial.
Oh yeah.
What else do we have here? Or are they all like this?
Okay, that was that one.
Jokes?
What's this one?
Lazy ass.
Do you want to read this one?
Why this one is okay? Sure. You're the asshole. You were told countless times it's a private party, invitation only. You paid to stay at a hotel. You did not get invited to join the party. Just because an event is happening in a hotel doesn't mean you're entitled to join it. They were abundantly clear that this was a party just for their family and close friends. Your family wasn't either of those, so you were not welcome. This is the perfect opportunity to teach your kids that they aren't entitled to barge into any special event that sparks their interest. You're a hotel guest, not a party guest. You have absolutely no right to demand access to an area that was reserved by another. If you're so worried about your kids having fun, I don't know, maybe find a laser tag place or something else. That birthday party isn't the one and only place in the world they could have fun. They aren't going to suffer if they miss out on one goddamn Harry Potter birthday they weren't even invited to.
Why is this controversial? It's exactly.
Yeah, I don't think this sounds perfect. Oh, it was edited 11 days ago though.
Oh.
So maybe the original one was something else.
Maybe.
Alright, let's scroll down. Is this no? Is that?
Oh wait, the OP up response is this one.
Okay.
Okay. I'll read the Raven. You're the asshole. You aren't invited to a private party and just couldn't accept that. You kept hounding the owners and then had the nerve to sneak in. As if that wasn't bad enough, you then threatened to write a bad review because you weren't allowed entrance to the private party. What were you going to write? This hotel sucks because they wouldn't let me and my family crash in an event. They treated us so unfairly. Grow up. What are you teaching your boys with this experience? That they're allowed to be entitled assholes if they don't get their way? If it was my hotel, I would have called the authorities to kick you out and your family out. You clearly don't understand the boundaries and can't take no for an answer. And OP says,
the only thing this taught my boys was that people are horrible and stab you in the back. It taught me in the hubs that we need to ask the scale of the event, as a kid's party is never that extreme.
Maybe he'd stab you in the back. Who?
Who stabbed you in the back?
Did you trust this hotel owner with your life?
Ah, this hurts.
Oh
this hurts
gosh.
So bad.
It's like she's trying to grab at straws, you know?
Like, I don't understand, but in her mind, I think she's thinking that she's right though. Like,
I mean,
I think,
a lot of these
so
people.
the way that I see it is probably she has an extreme emotional reaction to her children's disappointment. Okay? And then for her to rationalize this, she feels like the only correct answer would be for them to go and get what they want. I've seen a lot of people do this kind of shit, right? Where like the actual thought process is not rational and it doesn't follow any true logic. But your emotions are so strong, your brain will try to rationalize it. So in this one, I think what happened, she's very emotionally invested in her kids' happiness, and they saw just how much they wanted to go to this thing. And of course, she's going to try her best to get it for them, no matter which way that she's going to get it. And she wanted people to know, like, it's cruel to show these children, my children, such amazing things and then not give it to them. Like, it's like eating, I don't know, an expensive meal in front of people that are starving or something, like that kind of feeling. But like, clearly the feeling of it, even if it's very extreme, is not the truth of the situation. The kids aren't gonna die if they don't go to a party. It's gonna be fine.
Yeah.
It's okay if they cry. It's okay if they experience some hardship where like they don't get something that they want. That's okay for them to get a little disappointed. Exactly. It's so fucking weird. Yeah.
Also, she goes into arguments with people in the comments. That's also saying like how she's so far deep into this that she doesn't see the error of her own ways.
Oh, for sure, she does not.
Yeah.
She's in such deep denial because she knows that her feelings are true. She thinks that other people telling her these things means that she shouldn't have her feelings. And that's not true. I think this happens all the time. If someone tells you that you're wrong, it doesn't mean you're wrong, you shouldn't feel the way you feel. It means you're wrong, you shouldn't have expressed your feelings the way that you did.
Yeah.
Which is very different. You're always entitled to your feelings. If you feel like an extreme sadness that your kids are missing out on something, nobody can take that feeling away from you. You feel that? That's a real feeling. Your kids are actually sad. Just because they don't get to go doesn't mean like it's not like a real sadness. It's still a real sadness. That doesn't get taken away.
Yeah.
but you expressed it so poorly. So poorly. So poorly. Oh my god.
All right. Next story.
Man, this really makes me boil.
Okay.
Are all of them gonna be like this? Oh my god.
I mean, maybe. I mean, we laughed at some of them. Okay.
Oh my god.
This was also on Best of Redditor updates.
Oh, perfect.
Am I the asshole for telling my fiance my daughter has to be in our wedding?
Okay.
I, 45-year-old male, have a daughter, Polly, from a previous relationship. I divorced my ex-wife on good terms and we share 50-50 custody for Polly. She is now 11. After I divorced my ex-wife, I met my now fiance, Sharon. Sharon and my daughter get along very well. After 5 years of my relationship with Sharon, I proposed. Sharon was super excited and wanted to start planning right away. She looked at venues and started asking her friends to be her bridesmaids. She then told me she wanted her niece to be a flower girl, which I had no problem with, but I said I also wanted Polly to be a flower girl. Sharon looked at me funny and then said that she didn't think Polly would fit the part. Ooh. I got angry and told Sharon that my daughter would be in our wedding. Sharon started to get upset and said that the girls in the wedding were up for her and Polly were up to her. The girls in the wedding were up to her and Polly wouldn't be one of them. I told Sharon that if Polly wasn't going to be in the wedding, then there might not even be a wedding.
Of course.
I stormed out and took Polly for ice cream. Jesus Christ.
Oh my god.
I mean, at least he's a good dad for standing up for his daughter.
No, yeah, exactly. You gotta stand up for your daughter.
Polly knows we're getting married and told me she thinks she will look pretty in whatever dress Sharon decided she would wear, and this broke my heart.
Oh, poor little kid.
And I decided to text Sharon. I told her I would be staying at a friend's to think things over. My mother-in-law texted me. I'm assuming this is Sharon's mother, saying that I had overreacted and that my daughter doesn't have to be in my wedding, and I was an ass for saying that I would cancel.
What?
So did I take things too far, saying I will cancel? Am I overreacting or just being a good dad? You're being a good dad.
I would say being a good dad, but I don't know if like it's only one of those two.
Yeah. Thank you everyone for the comments and suggestions. I will post an update later. Okay. Relevant comments. Did you propose alternatives to the flower girl position? I said I wanted her in the wedding in some shape or form. I wanted her to be a part of our day and not sitting in the with the guest. Yeah. While walking down the aisle. Fiance said it would be best if she just sat with my parents.
Oh, okay. So she can still attend. That's much better than what I thought. I thought she was saying that she wasn't allowed to go to the wedding.
That would be
like at all.
Way too far.
That's why I was like, what? What do you mean? It's a little
I guess she doesn't
kid.
want. I guess she doesn't want her to be part of the whole ceremony, like only as a guest, I guess.
Okay.
Many have suggested a junior bridesmaid, but my fiance still declined. I did tell my fiance she would be in the wedding, and if that means she has to be a groomsman, then so be it. Huh. Fiance blew up. I guess, can your daughter can be a groomsman?
That's not the part. I'm fine with that. Groomsmen can be whatever, because it's just who's ever decided by the groom, right?
Yeah.
Oof.
11-year-old daughter, you're gonna be my best man.
Yeah, exactly. That would be so cute, actually.
It would, like, put her in, like, a little tux.
Yeah! Oh my god, that'd be adorable!
Fiance blew up saying that she's not a boy and my side is only for boys. This woman is going for gender roles. She denied my request and have a father-daughter dance?
Whoa. That's really weird. Why is she so against his daughter?
And I'm rethinking the whole wedding. Sharon and I are going to talk tonight and hopefully she will give me a full reasoning.
Yeah.
Has Polly ever said anything about Sharon treating her poorly?
Yeah, I know, right? Dude, it's so scary.
Yeah. Polly has never voiced any concerns about Sharon treating her badly. I've never seen anything happen between them, so this was very out of the blue. Surprisingly, Sharon had never had an issue with Polly until the wedding. The two had always been super close, so her reaction shocked me. Yeah.
It is very shocking.
Nah. I would have never popped the question if Polly wasn't uncomfortable. I totally understand where you're coming from. Yeah. Let's see. I do think it's crazy that I haven't seen any signs. I've talked to Polly and told her to tell me if anything has ever happened. Polly can't recall a single time Sharon was mean to her. Could race, weight, or disability be a factor in this? I mean, if it was, then that's indicative of a bigger issue. Yes, I made this post late last night, and I am just now reaching all the comments. My daughter is not disabled. She is on the average weight scale for an 11-year-old, and all of us in this situation are white.
I don't know what that has to do with anything with disabled, but okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's could race, weight, or disability be a factor?
Pause for a little bit and read some comments. Is that okay? Like from the chat.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so Kevin Wynn says, this dad is the prime example of parent who deserves kid. Aww. That's sweet.
Agreed.
Juicization says, so is his kid chubby? Is that the implied reason?
Oh, gosh.
Oh my god, kinda, I think. Okay, so, alright, there's some weird stuff here, because I know that, like, I think some people can get really uptight about how weddings look, like the procession. And they'll like match all the groomsmen and brides people or whatever. What are they called? Bridesmaids by height. And they need to like look similar or something. And they usually mix up couples for the procession for that to work. I've seen that.
Yeah.
So I understand some people are very sticklers for like how things look on their special day.
Yeah. Oh, just like,
but still,
just like the story.
Like, it is both people's like wedding. There's no way the daughter's not gonna be involved somehow. Like, come on.
Yeah, it's both their special day.
Exactly.
Also picking off what you were saying earlier, it was like this one story I was reading with Hanakyo earlier today. Where it was this girl's wedding, and there were 3 of them: the bride, the OP, and the bridesmaid, and they were all best friends. But the bride made the OP like undye her hair so it's like chestnut brown, also get shapewear because apparently she's shaped not correctly, and I don't know.
Not correctly.
I don't know. I'm not sure what the
shape. I wanted triangles at my wedding and you're clearly a sphere. I don't like it.
Well, yeah. I don't know. I don't know what shapewear. I know what shapewear is, but you know what I'm saying, right?
I need you to look like a polygon.
Yeah. This is
I like
a wedding
Hecka
for all
T
polygons. I don't need triangles. You're basically a square. Oh yeah, also to cover up her tattoos with foundation.
Okay, that I understand.
Yeah. Okay. So wait, small
That's a
update.
lot though. That's a lot to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, weddings are definitely very dramatic. Almost always.
Maybe on a Bridezilla episode, I'll invite you back.
We're gonna look at some Bridezillas.
Yeah. Small update in comments. Same day. Talked to her this morning because I wanted Polly to start with her until this was. Oh wait, I talked to her mom. I'm assuming Polly's mom.
Oh,
this morning.
Okay. Polly's mom. Okay.
Because I wanted Polly to stay with her until it was figured out. Her mom said she hoped it goes well and told me I could stay with her and Polly if needed be. This ex-wife sounds pretty nice.
Oh, that is nice.
And it's good that they ended on good terms, you know. She said Polly always comes home with nothing negative to say, so we aren't sure where this is coming from.
Yeah.
Update post 15 hours later. Oh, there's a long one.
Okay.
Hey Reddit, thanks everyone for all the kind words and suggestions. To answer a few questions, my daughter is not disabled, chubby, or having an awkward phase.
That's what they said. Yeah. See, he was right.
That was a question. Yeah. I didn't ask if Polly could be a groom. I did ask if Polly could be a groomsman. Sharon immediately shot me down. Sharon is 39. She is the same race as my daughter, and this is her first marriage. Sharon's first marriage. I tried to answer and as many comments as possible. I came home to talk to Sharon today. When I pulled her into our driveway, My mother-in-law was sitting there in her car. Ugh. I got out and went inside trying to avoid talking to mother-in-law. Sharon was sitting in the kitchen table and I joined her. She sat in silence, so I asked the first question. Why does Polly not fit the part? And why don't you want her in the wedding at all? Her answer full-on shocked me. She quietly said, I was hoping that after the wedding you could become a holiday visit only dad.
What? Whoa.
Huh?
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. My heart.
She was gonna spring that after the wedding?
Oh my god, my
That's
heart.
not something.
Oh my god.
Let's continue.
It hurts so bad. Do you mind if I read the rest of this?
Okay, yeah. We were right
God.
here.
I didn't want her in the wedding so she wouldn't be in the photos around the house since she wasn't going to be around much. I kept my cool, calmly took her hand, and pulled my engagement ring off. I started to tear up. She said we shouldn't end the marriage over this and that she can change. I told her the damage was already done. I told her I wanted her things moved out by next week and that she could come get them when my daughter wasn't home. The house is in my name and I paid for it, and I was allowing her to get her furniture that she paid for. She stormed out and mother-in-law came knocking on the door saying I was being unreasonable. I couldn't imagine only seeing my daughter 3 or 4 times a year. The fact that Sharon wanted me to give up part of my custody blew me away. I'm sitting on my couch just in shock. Our honeymoon was supposed to be in Hawaii. Looks like me and Polly will go instead.
I guess they already booked.
Again if anything happens.
Oh gosh. She was gonna spring that on him after the wedding?
Yeah,
Jeez.
like that's such terrible thing. How is this something that you can... There's no way that that's something that you would think is gonna happen after wedding. Why did he think that would be the case? Why would she think that? Sorry, she. Why would she think that? I don't understand. Like, what part of her brain made her go like, you know, it'd be great if you just didn't hang out with your daughter. Like, what the fuck does that mean?
Yeah, we're married. Abandon your daughter.
Like, who the fuck does that? That is the worst stepmom ever. Exactly, Raven.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Okay, instead I'll update again. Relevant comments. People are once again skeptical that there was no bad behavior by Sharon towards Polly in the past. I truly never noticed a thing. Polly's never had any negative things to say about Sharon and her mom earlier today when she will get to see... And her mom asked her earlier today and she will get to see her again. Okay. Polly's mom. Okay. Oof.
I'm expecting ready for it. Hit me, baby.
I'm expecting this to be
like,
really
more
messy.
Drama. Let's go.
Yeah. Hello, everyone. This was 20 days from the last update. Ooh. Thank you to all the kind comments and suggestions for Hawaii. We had a few days ago, and Polly is already having a ton of fun. If you have any cool suggestions, please drop them in the comments. I'm guessing they're in Hawaii as he's updating this.
Oh, I see. That's cute.
As for my ex-fiance, she has tried to reach out to me, wanting to work everything out, saying she only did it because her mom wanted pure grandchildren. Her stepmom?
The mother-in-law that was saying that it's unreasonable. Oh my god, it's pressure from the mother-in-law. Oh my god, her own mom.
Pure grandchildren in this family.
Oh shit.
Wow. And also, it's not just her. Sharon is obviously being susceptible to her mother's wishes.
That's a big red flag there.
She's Maleficent. Is like, you will only have pure grandchildren in your family. Discard of the old one. Let's see. I still don't care. If she really loved my daughter and I, she wouldn't have acted on her mom's wishes. Sharon has called my workplace to try and get in touch with me. She has even shown up a few times to try and talk to me, and I've always told my supervisor to just ask her to leave. She has gone as far as to messaging my ex-wife a few times, wanting to know why her calls won't go through to me.
Really? You don't know why?
I mean, obviously, because He blocked you. When she caught wind that we were in Hawaii, she was pissed. I'm still close with her brother, and he told me that her and her mom were going to try and get plane tickets.
What?
They're gonna follow them to Hawaii?
Dude, don't do that. Just talk to them when they get back. That's so expensive. They're gonna leave soon anyway.
Yeah, probably. And they're just like, where is he?
Yeah, where? We have to find him.
We booked this hotel in this room at this time.
It is a little bit awkward if you have a honeymoon suite with your daughter, though.
Yeah. I mean, the daughter wouldn't understand, like, the roses on the bed.
She wouldn't understand, but everybody else in the hotel will be like,
Yeah. If that's the case, I will file a restraining order.
I know.
Well, yeah. Polly has asked what happened to Sharon, and I told her that we come as a package deal, and Sharon only wanted me, and I couldn't leave her. Polly understood, but I think she was a little heartbroken.
Aww.
Understandably
Poor
so.
kid.
I mean,
how is that not something that you guys discussed before marriage?
yeah. I know this update is small, but it's all I have for those asking.
What the fuck?
Oh god. Oh, Arisato says, no, more like Malfoy from Harry Potter. Oh, when I said the thing. Oh.
Yeah, it's more like Malfoy.
I am your mother-in-law, and you will only have pure blood children in this family. Discard of the other one. I don't know.
My God.
I'm not sure if that's how Malfoy sounds. But yeah, this is crazy. Like we don't.
Sorry, there's still one more comment.
Oh right. I forgot about that. Relevant comment. Did your former future brother-in-law have any light to shed on Sharon and her mother's behavior? Her and her brother are not very close as they grew up in different homes, as my ex-mother-in-law and father-in-law are divorced. I wonder why. Her brother and dad are pretty awesome though. We went and had drinks a few days after the storm of Sharon and her mom. Well, that's pretty cool. But also, you might want to distance yourself from them because they are still loosely connected.
You guys to keep in contact. Like, it's really painful because you guys have bonded. I don't know. It's hard though, because like if you're like, because like this is someone that he was thinking about marrying, so of course like the families are gonna be close. So it's just so fucked up that they thought that the daughter just wouldn't be in the picture.
Yeah. Also, I don't know. Maybe the mother-in-law has some bad light shed on other marriage's children because she's divorced, but I don't know. This whole situation is super messy.
She was afraid that something would happen like that, I assume.
Like he would have hang-ups and go back to his ex-wife, that kind of thing?
No. I think because the mother-in-law was divorced and experienced like the separate custody and like raising one kid or the other kid only, kind of, that's probably what she thought would be best for any future things as well. She doesn't like the mixing idea. She's like, I'm gonna raise my daughter because I can only pick one, so you take the son and you raise the son.
Yeah,
there's some really weird shit going on. I'm not saying it's correct, but I think there's some weird old-fashioned something abusive something. Something strange.
Well, I deem the OP as a dad. I deem this dad a cool dad.
Right?
Dad.
That is the kind of dad you want.
Like, yeah, not the asshole. Best dad.
Wait, that's a good guy. That is how you should be. Of course you're gonna keep seeing your daughter. Like, who the fuck is gonna give up time with their daughter? And if you are willing to, you are an asshole. Yeah.
And I deem the wife and mother-in-law bitches. Okay. I don't know. Let's see. Next story.
Wait 1 second. Can we see the comments as well?
Oh yeah, sure. Let's see.
Judization says, men from that era really have strong, unshakable principles. What era? Like nowadays?
Yeah, which era?
Like now? Such principles!
Let's see. Forever Overthinking, me too, says, I'm shocked to hear mother-in-law is divorced. Oh, they're being sarcastic.
Ha 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 ha.
Let's see. Where's original? Ah, here we go. You want to read this one?
Okay. My dad says ... because he's long dead. Is that the name of the post? What? It's
I
sad
don't
and
know.
I'm relieved reading these posts when the parent is 100% behind their kid and leaves the shitty step-parent at the first sign of them not treating their child well. Yup.
I mean, yeah.
Yup.
You come as a package.
Exactly. It's a package deal.
Knitted Jedi. Gotta read them all. He highlights, as for my ex-fiance, she has tried to reach out and wanting to work everything out, saying she only did it because her mother-in-law wanted pure grandchildren.
Pure!
Yeah. Imagine admitting this in public, thinking it would be a good excuse. Like, for real.
Oh my god. Oh
How
my
dare you
God.
bring this this mud-blooded baby in front of my pure baby?
Can we see the top,
Controversial?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see.
Let's see what weird takes people have.
Controversial. Let's see, not that one. Nusted butt. Oh wait, it's like busted nut.
I get it. No,
Okay.
but
I kept my cool, calmly took her hand and pulled off my engagement ring off. Smooth AF, but she thought he was gonna get all deep and meaningful when he took the hand, and yoink, she's no longer engaged.
I
Yeah,
can
that
see
one.
why this one it's kind of like shoving it in people's face a
Yeah.
little bit,
Also-
but yeah.
But also, there's no up or down vote, so I'm not sure why this is here.
Okay. Let me can I read like another comment from my chat?
Yeah.
So Deionization says, in retrospect, it's a bit surprising the ex-fiance admitted to the reasoning when she saw how he reacted to his daughter not being part of the ceremony, right? Like at that point, don't you know already what's happening? Like you'd be like, oh shit. Well, this was not gonna work. Our big plan backfired.
We're gonna
Oh my-
ambush him with the custody battle.
Yeah,
After we're married.
What the fuck?
Man, this is just so weird. So, like, I don't even know what words to say to this, like, besides crazy. Wait, what's this? So
So
can
we
we
can
say
say-
Polly takes off? Oh, sorry.
No, you can go ahead.
So can we say Polly takes off after her mom and why her brother is so different? What?
I don't get it.
I think
the
they mixed up
reply?
names.
Okay.
Polly is the child.
Did you mean Sharon?
Okay.
Yeah.
So he did
meant
mix up
Sharon. He
names.
must have been Sharon.
I understand why that's controversial because he got the names wrong.
Yeah.
So. Okay.
Oh
Alright.
my god.
Next story, and I think this is gonna be our last one
Okay.
because
Yeah.
I
it's
like to
getting
keep
late.
these around 2 hours, and also it's getting late.
Oh, we're
it's easier
already
to-
16 minutes over then.
Like keep it around 2 hours,
I'm
so it's
kidding.
easier to
It's
chop
fine.
up.
I'm
and-
just telling you the time in case
Okay.
you need to sleep.
Oh, no, I'm good.
Okay.
I mean, it's later for you, isn't it?
Yes, it's 12:16 a.m. for me.
Okay. So last story. Here we go.
Okay.
Also, best of Redditor updates. Am I the asshole for jumping out of the way when my niece and nephew tried to push me into a pool, resulting in them falling?
This actually sounds hilarious though, because like, you see this situation. There must be ways that this happens all the time.
There has to be videos of like just an uncle trolling the children, like whoop, oopsies. Let's see. Happened in July 22nd of this year. Okay, so a few months
there
ago.
is an original post version of it.
Oh yeah, this is on best of Redditor updates. So
Okay.
happened today. My folks decided to host a barbecue because I guess that's what older people do. Very much so. My parents hold a lot of barbecues. I declined because I really don't like my two sisters, their husbands, and their kids. Wife and I are child-free. Now, mom then pressured the wife. Long story short, we went.
Okay.
By the time we arrived, there were about 20 people there. My sisters and their husbands were around already solidly buzzed. Drunk, really. Okay, that's what you do at a barbecue. My mom was spending 100% of her time trying to keep nieces and nephews aged 7 to 11. 7-Eleven. More or less under control. My dad had strangely retreated to the whirlpool part of the pool, which with a small cooler full of beers. That's regular grandparent behavior. Wife and I made small talk with miscellaneous people, ate food, and had frozen margaritas. Sisters/brother-in-laws took turns criticizing us for being late, for not being in our swimsuits and screwing up the vibe. Whatever. Okay. Typical suburban summer get-together. Yeah, it really seems like they don't like each other. Well, not seems. They said it clear out. They don't like each other. About 45 minutes in, two of the kids ran at one of the neighbor's guests who was standing next to the pool and pushed her in.
Oh my god.
She was at the pool steps, stumbled in, but didn't fall, only got half wet. She was clearly very unhappy about it, but she didn't make a scene. Just went over to where the parents were, grabbed her towel, dried off, and left. Sisters and brother-in-law thought it was all in great fun. I mean, right? I mean, reeling your kids a bit. Like, if the person is unhappy,
let them push people into the pool.
Yeah.
Anyway,
it could be holding like valuables or something that could fall into the pool.
Anything would be terrible to put in the pool.
Yeah. A bit later,
wasting a good old hot dog would be terrible to me.
Also, like, that's gonna be in the pool. It's gonna be dirty.
Yeah.
Like, what if you spill the margarita in the pool?
Yeah, get all the kitties drunk.
I drink the pool water.
Mix it in with pee and everything.
Yeah. A bit later, I was standing a few feet away from the pool, chatting away with someone. I saw three of the kids running full tilt at me from the corner of my eye. Obviously, I was next. Not that it's terribly difficult to outwit young kids, but I jumped out of their way at the last second. All three of them ran straight to the pool at full speed. That's funny. Most of the other guests, including my wife and me, started laughing, but their moms, who also I mentioned were pretty shit-faced, absolutely freaked out. Apparently, two of the kids couldn't swim, even though they were in swimsuits.
Oh no!
That's a.
Oh no! You should not let these kids near a pool like this. Then, oh my god.
Yeah, or at least monitor them.
Yeah, you have to not let them run out of pool.
Yeah. Also, thank you, Dusty Nuts, for the follow.
Shit.
Since I wasn't in swim gear, I stepped back from the pool and let other people fish the kids out. The kids were bawling their heads off like they lost a limb. At this point, all hell broke loose. The four drunk parents were yelling at everyone in general, and me in particular, for nearly letting their kids drown.
Oh, no.
Yeah, and also because two of the kids had been videoing the trick using their parents' iPhones, which were now at the bottom of the pool. Don't give your kids the expensive things.
Like, clearly, someone was getting water on them. Come on. Someone was going into the pool. What do you think would have happened? What if the guests couldn't swim? Like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Anyway.
One of the brother-in-laws got into the pool to try and retrieve the phones, but his BMI and BAC made that impossible. Wait, what's that?
So BMI, BMI, like the height to weight ratio. BAC is alcohol.
Oh, okay. So he was too shit-faced to drink, and also it was too tall for him.
Too big.
Yeah.
In whatever way to get it. Too short,
no one.
Probably.
Yeah, man. It was in the deep end. No one else volunteered to help, unsurprisingly, given that my sisters were still bitching at everyone. Now, I told my sisters it was their job to watch their kids, and that if anything happened to them, it would have been their responsibility, not mine. There was some pretty strong words on both sides. Wife and I left after the other brother-in-law fell over and face planted while yelling at us.
Oh my god! So they were super shit-faced.
Woo! Now they're saying I should have let the little shits knock me into the pool and have their fun and ruin my phone. So am I the
No
asshole?
way! That's stupid.
This,
Oh.
yeah. First of all, the parents
No.
are the worst.
Seriously,
Don't-
though.
don't let your
Entitled-ass
kids
pieces
run
of
around.
shit.
Yeah, don't let your kids run around a pool without like supervision if some of them can't swim.
Right?
Also, don't give them your very expensive iPhone if
Right?
if there is
Like,
any
what the
possibility
fuck?
for them to be in the pool.
You should have had your phone go into the water instead of my phone.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Side note, Dad, of course, never got out of the world. His
Wait,
dad, the
really? Are you shitting me? Wow.
grandpa was like,
Nah.
this ain't my problem. Relevant comments. Thoughts from OOP.
What's
Original
OOP?
Why is
poster.
it
Why
like,
is it called original?
because this isn't where the post
Oh,
was.
that's what
so,
they mean. Oh, okay.
Yeah. I realize they're just kids and they're just having fun. The fact that they thought it was okay is more of a reflection on their parents than them. Just wish we hadn't gone. It's nice to see my folks and their neighbors, but I really, really don't like my sisters and their husbands. They don't hide their envy of us, and they're just exhausting to be around. Oh, I guess their sisters and husbands are envious of OP and his wife. More about OOP, why OOP doesn't care for some of his family. It's more like oil and water. It's more like an oil and water sort of thing. I've never been close to my sisters. They're 8 and 10 years older than me.
Oh, so very.
That's a big gap.
Yeah, big gap.
Yeah. Which also, yeah, that does open to some family discourse. I have a sister that's 7 years older than me, and we did butt heads because, like, when we were growing up, I was a dumb kid and she was like nearing teenage age when I
Right,
was
of
able to
course.
talk.
So you have like a toddler that's like having tantrums, and you have a teenager going through the emotional roller coaster of their life.
Yeah. But me and my sister are fine now. We're like best friends. So that's good.
It just takes a little time for everybody to even out the hormones.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like, very much so. Even as a teenager and she was in college, I was a little shit. So,
You're like, oh, now I'm the shit.
let's see, and then to me. I also don't have much in common with their husbands. They're okay guys, but I just don't give a crap about the things that are important to them and vice versa.
Okay.
I do know that the four of them are somewhat envious of our lifestyle. Both sisters are stay-at-home moms. Both husbands make good money. One makes notably more than I do, but both my wife and I, have professional careers. We don't have kids, and we're way more responsible with our money. As a result, we have a lot more investments, etc.
Okay. I'm not sure what this has to do with anything, but okay.
They're explaining the discourse between the family, I guess.
Yeah.
It's that, and we don't have to drive cars full of kid debris, and we take nice trips once or twice a year. It definitely grates on both sisters, by extension their husbands. So we get some petty behavior from them on an ongoing basis.
Oh, I hate it.
Overall, neither my wife nor I enjoy their company, which is why I wanted to skip the get-together. Just not worth it to me. But my wife is a positive person and is usually happy to see them.
Okay.
Well, there's a lot of. You want to read the next one?
Sure. Hopefully next time your wife won't feel guilted into going. That's probably the one positive thing that'll come out of this. Wife is much more tolerant and forgiving than I am towards my siblings, but based on what she was saying on the way home, I think she's had it with them as well. Your dad sounds awesome. Yeah, my dad's very chill. I don't know about that. He was just in the pool.
He was
loves
just
being
watching
around
from the wave
groups
pool.
of people. Used to be in sales, likes people to enjoy themselves, and is definitely enjoying life as a retiree. He and two other guys with him just sat there and watched the show. Mom's cool too, but the situation upset her. I mean, yeah.
I mean, that's usual grandparent behavior.
Yeah.
It's like
I think that's.
it's like in the whirlpool with a bunch of beers, sunglasses.
"Alright,
Like,
you take care of those kids.
yeah.
Kids okay? The kids are fine. By the time I left, they were inside watching TV. I think they're 7, 9, 10, 10, and 11. It was the middle 3 who played kamikaze with me. I'm guessing an 11-year-old egged them on. She's usually the ringleader.
Wait, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 5 children between the 2 couples? Damn.
They have a lot of kids. Alright, you phrased the part about your parents hosting a barbecue oddly. What? I had to shorten the post to fit in the character limit.
Oh yeah, there is a character limit.
Oh, I see. My folks are gregarious and like to have people over. They have the classic great for entertaining house, are always coming up with a reason to get together. They wanted everyone to be at their place for the 4th of July, but one of my sisters and her family were on vacation, so this was a fake 4th of July party complete with flags, red, white, and blue decorations, barbecue, margarita machine, etc. Sparklers were promised to the kids. My nieces and nephews were the only kids there. All the neighbors are older, like my parents. Oh, so they were also neighbor kids. It sounds like.
Well, it said they were the only kids there, and the neighbors are old like the parents, so they're old people with no children their age.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Let's see. There's an update. OOP was not the asshole. I mean, rightfully so. He didn't do anything wrong.
I don't think he did anything wrong.
He sidestepped.
I'm not gonna like ruin anything of mine because you're shit-faced and can't take care of your kids.
Yeah.
Like, I will, within reason, help out. You know? Like,
yeah,
if a kid's drowning, I understand, like, okay, if I can swim and, like, I can take off my clothes and, like, you know, take off, like, the phone and then go in and grab the kid that is drowning, right? I get that part. But, like, you're not gonna let someone push you over. That's just abuse. I'm sorry. Yeah. Be like,
also,
oh,
how
yes,
strong
please,
are these kids?
I'll let you hit me. Like, no. They're fucking 9 through 11. They have strength, okay?
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like I could
coordinated yet.
I feel like if a bunch of kids were running at me, I could just stand my ground and they'd be knocked over.
Well, you're also really big though.
Yeah, I am.
You're one of the biggest people I've ever seen. So there's no way. When I met you, I was like, holy shit, you're tall.
Yeah. I gave you a bear hug.
Yeah. I was like, damn.
Okay. Update. First of all, my folks tell me that my niece and nephews are all good swimmers and they just use the pool all the time. Okay, so they were lying about the drowning.
Oh my god.
The 7-year-old is still a beginner, but he loves the water. My sister just said they couldn't swim, so I'd look bad.
Oh.
Man, that is petty behavior. To be fair, none of the kids are allowed in the deep end, which is where they fell in. Oh, okay. It was the 2 10-year-olds and the 9-year-old who tried to push me into the pool. Okay, so they know how to swim.
Yeah.
After we left, the party ended on a pretty sour note. My drunk brother-in-law, who face-planted while yelling at me, had to go to urgent care place and get his face stitched up. Damn, how bad did he fall?
Wait, like, is it because I thought it was because he passed out. So this sounds like he like tripped or something.
Oh yeah, he was yelling at them and then tripped and face planted on the floor.
Okay, I thought it was because he passed out from being drunk, so he face planted. Like, he got so drunk that he like passed the fuck out. Yeah,
I mean, that also probably happened later on. He was too toasted to drive, so Dad took him. Dad was not happy about this.
He was gonna take himself to urgent care? I think it's reasonable to get someone else to just take an Uber, bro.
Yeah, but Grandpa, he was not happy.
Of course, he'd be like, fuck this. I just want to relax. This is my party.
And you took me out of my pool. Took me away from my beers.
Yeah,
later that evening, my sister started a group text and said some really nasty crap. Their husbands threw in a few comments as well. Wife and I blocked the 4 of them.
Oh,
my mom
shit.
called me. This just keeps getting pettier. My mom called me. She was pretty upset about what they said. She and Dad were in the chat, and I don't blame her. Wow. They included the parents? Jeez. Because of the text, my folks insisted my sister/brother-in-laws come over the next day, Sunday, without their kids to get some things straight and lay down the ground rules. Mom's wording.
That's
The result was a contrite of unenthusiastic apologies from the siblings via my mom's phone. I'm glad my wife was with me when they called. Her hard stares kept me from saying what I wanted to. Good, very good. I just told them thanks and that we felt no need to discuss it any further. Since I thought things were settled, I unblocked them. That evening, I got a text from one of the brother-in-laws telling me the phone cost X
What?
dollars and asking when I'd
Why
be
the fuck
paying
would
them.
we pay for your phone, bro?
Yeah. It's your kids. They did the stupid thing. Not my fault. Oh,
It really
what the
isn't.
fuck? I replied, never. Took a screenshot of his text and forwarded it to my folks with a note that we were done with this nonsense.
Jesus
We're going to
Christ.
no contact with sisters and spouses, and to not invite us to any more holidays or get-togethers if they'll be present. Then I blocked sisters and spouses.
I'm so confused by this. So, why do they think it's his fault? Like, that's the weirdest part to me.
And they
Aren't
sound like they
shouldn't
just
be,
suck.
Like lecturing the kids, if anything.
Yeah,
Accidents
their kids.
happen around kids. What are you gonna do?
Yeah, it's not their kids. It's not his fault. It was their stupid thing, and they were too shit-faced to do anything.
Yeah.
Like, none of this is his responsibility. At this point, this shit really hit the fan. Dad called them and ripped them a new one. Wow.
I love it.
Grandpa Beer Pool is ripping them a new one. Amongst other things, he told them that the grandkids were not welcome at his place indefinitely.
Oh,
Since
I
my
don't know
mom-
about that. I think
Eh,
you can do that without, like, just don't let them near the pool.
maybe. But I guess it's also, it's
Like, you
because of this
shouldn't punish
next
the
thing.
kids. You should punish the parents.
I mean,
Don't
I think it's
punish
because of
the
this
kids
next
from
thing.
not having grandpa, grandma time.
I mean, we don't know the kids' relationship with the grandparents. So.
No, but like, this makes it feel like they're punishing the kids.
Yeah, that too. But I guess it's trying to drive home that their behavior is unacceptable.
Yes, I understand. Like, it is definitely a statement, and they put their foot down.
Since my mom regularly provides free babysitting, that got them pretty rattled. Okay. So they don't have to pay for babysitting when they're allowed at grandma and grandpa's. No.
Okay, that
He
makes
also
sense,
ba-
actually.
He also banned them from using the vacation house and told them that my wife and I actually owned it, not he and mom. Ooh, messy.
Sorry, give me 1 second. I'm just gonna read this comment. The organization says there's a subreddit for entitled parents for stories like this. Oh, is there like a
Oh,
subreddit
really?
just for entitled parents? That's fun.
I'm gonna
Maybe
check that
I
out
should
later.
Take a look at it later.
Yeah.
Okay,
Where was
go
I?
ahead.
Uh,
So you said
banned
that
them
was
from
the
the
vacation
vacation house.
home.
Okay. This completely freaked them out. Both my sisters/families use the place a lot, including having their friends up for the weekend getaways. I guess people in their family has to use it too, so. This was very much out of character for my folks. They clearly had it, and for reference, I never wanted my sisters to know we owned the place. We bought it for my folks, and they always wanted a place in the mountains,
Oh,
keeping
he
the
bought it
ownership.
for his parents. Aww.
That's so good.
Aww.
And also keeping the fact that they owned it from the family, I guess,
no,
just to
they really blew it up.
just to not create discourse amongst the family. It was quiet. It was just a way of avoiding drama with my siblings. Yeah. A couple days later, my sisters and their husbands came to our place unannounced to apologize in person. We were out to dinner and they left a note. One sister also called me at work too. I sent her a voicemail. We decided being no contact is the best thing for the indefinite future and haven't interacted with them for the last 3+ weeks. Personally, I'm done. They can go and pound sand.
Pound sand. I only ever heard that expression before.
Me neither. Maybe this is like a different country kind of thing. I don't know.
Do you mind if I read the comment parts?
Yeah.
Relevant comments. How life has been. It's been less than a month, but I have to say that blocking them has actually made our lives noticeably more peaceful. I hadn't realized how much was going on low-level drama they create. It's not toxic, they're not bad people, they're just tiresome and petty. And I personally don't care about them using the weekend place. It's ours technically, but we bought it from my folks. They control it and decide who uses it when they aren't. We pay for all the operating costs and taxes. One good thing about this blow up is that we now know what we'll be doing with the property when my folks get older. I was prepared prepared to take over managing it, allocating weekends, maintaining it and such. But now we know we'll just sell it, and if we want to go to the mountains, we'll just rent an Airbnb. Okay. I think that's pretty reasonable.
Yeah. Raven says this is a censored version of "Go F yourself."
Yeah. OOP's parents. Yeah, my folks aren't dumb. They're pretty laid back, though. Very much live and let live. I figured they'll ease up on all this soon, but that's their decision. We still won't be attending any family events for any foreseeable future. What sucks for my sister is that they're probably very worried that I'll keep them from using the cabin. I won't. That's up to mom and dad until they're older. And it puts an end to one of the sisters' fantasy of building a compound of houses when we inherit the property, which I've known about for some time and had just ignored. Normally the lots up there are only have one area that can be built on, but this piece of property is way larger because that's the end of the road. At least 3 houses with great views can be placed on that land.
I'm assuming when she says we, she's using the royal we as the older sisters. Oh my god. Let's see.
They're not genuinely sorry, they just want things from you. I agree completely. Their apologies aren't sincere, and I have no plans to interact with them anytime soon. Regarding them using the vacation home, that's really my parents' decision. Yes, technically I own it and cover all expenses, but I bought it for them and gave them day-to-day control over it. They're good people and they always wanted a getaway place for the family, but there's no way they could have ever bought it themselves. I could afford to buy it for them because I've been fortunate financially, save and invest like a demon, plus I got a massive bonus the same year I sold my home and moved in out with my now wife. I don't care if my folks let my siblings use the house, but I will admit I'm enjoying my sister's discomfort over finding out that I could afford to buy the place and let my folks use it while never mentioning it to them. Dad changed the law code when they went up last week, so now he, mom, and my wife and I have. So now only he, mom, my wife, and I have it. With regards to mom babysitting the kids, she tells me that once a week she and sometimes dad have been going over to each sister's place and spending time. Oh, okay, that's good. Spending the day with the kids. When school starts, she's going to pick each set up from school once a week on separate days and take them home and spend the evening with them. She says the 5 of them together stress her out, but separately they're fine.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot of work for grandparents. Do you mind scrolling down a little bit?
Oh, yeah, yes, sir.
Mom and dad have both told me they don't plan on having my sisters and their families back to their place in the foreseeable future, and that they're enjoying the quiet. My guess is that they were already tired of the old dynamic and used the pool party nonsense as an excuse to make some changes to the relationships. That makes sense. Okay.
From what is being said, I assume that they do this kind of shit a lot.
Yeah, it sounds like this is more like the last straw kind of thing. Or just like, this is the last unreasonable, weird request. This is the last weird drama that you guys are doing. One fun note on why OOP's post was removed from Am I the Asshole? According to the message I just read from the other sub-moderator, the violence was property damage. I still don't get it. The phone's being ruined, I guess? Ridiculous. Oh, it was removed for violence?
Property damage.
For property damage. Oh. Okay.
I can see it in a technical sense, but yeah, that is kind of ridiculous. Let's see. Update. August 26th. Not too long ago.
That's pretty close. Only a month ago.
Yeah. It's been an interesting last few days. I thought this shit hit the fan before, but it was more of a fart compared to what happened this week. that's a nice.
Fart. No, it's a full shit fest.
Nice. For this to make sense, I need to provide some financial context. My folks haven't ever been any good at saving money. I've been doing their taxes for years, so I know pretty much everything about them money-wise. Their house is paid for, and they have minimal debt, but they didn't save much for retirement. Both of them get Social Security. Dad gets a solid pension, and they have a bit of savings, but there's no treasure chest in the basement. I bought their current car for them after they retired, a retirement present, so they could have something nice to drive in. Aw.
That's nice.
It was the first car in probably 20 years they didn't lease. My sisters are convinced the folks are dripping with money, and that our parents will be leaving the two of them everything since I don't need more money, so they never cared about saving either.
Oh no.
Just expecting
Oh,
inheritance when your parents
no.
croak.
Oh, that's just oof.
That gives me the ick.
It
Like
does.
it feels like they don't value
It
their
is icky.
parents.
Like what the hell?
Yeah. It feels like they don't value their parents or their brother as family. They just see them as investments.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Turns out my older sister and her husband, they have 3 kids, have been living beyond their means for some time and are in financial
no,
straits.
This is why they're being such weirdos about the freaking phones.
They maxed out their credit cards and are behind on their car leases to the point that one is about to get repossessed.
Oh my god.
He bragged in the past about having X per year, but it turns out to be about half that. She confessed all this to mom on Tuesday because they needed a loan and this was a what the fuck moment for mom and dad. For the last 3 years, instead of staying at the vacation house regularly, she's actually been renting it out for once a month or so and pocketing the cash. What? She doesn't own that place.
Okay.
We're talking 2,000 plus for a weekend and at least 4,000 for a week. Now, with her being cut off from using the place, she had to cancel one group already. She's now worried that they'll lose everything. My folks aren't in any position to give them a loan. So, they've been renting out the
I can't believe they've been
vacation
renting out a
home.
place that they don't even own.
They don't own.
Oh my god.
And they can't even beg their parents to get it back because technically it's not their parents
It
either.
isn't. It's not theirs.
My other sister was aware of her renting out the place, but of course has never said anything. I suspect she's been doing the same thing as well because I went up there once to drop off an ATV I had been working on, and there was a family there who claimed to be staying there with my sister / her family, and they'd been gone to town for something. I guess that's what they told them to say.
Pretty awkward. I mean, it's an
at this-
Airbnb, bruh.
Yeah. I mean, the vacation home isn't an Airbnb. It's being posted as an Airbnb by the sister. Let's see. At the time, I let it go. I figured she'd loan out the house to some friends, but I've always wondered.
Oh,
shit. I found all of this out through my folks, who are pretty stressed about it. Mom more than dad. He's mainly just pissed off about it all. I know dad feels betrayed, and I imagine he's embarrassed that he's in no position to help his daughter out. He did reiterate that as long as it's up to him, the girls won't be using the vacation home anytime soon. My folks let me know what's going on because they figured my sisters would put on full court press on me next. Okay, because, you know. And they were right. On Thursday, my sisters came to our place again, without husbands this time, and waited outside the door until I got home. Oh, it's not like they have anything better to do. It's not like they have kids at home to take care of. I had to choose between fighting with them in public, making a scene if I went in without them, or letting them in, so I let them in. I got a bullshit story from older sister with the younger one backing her up regarding why I needed to let them use the mountain place again immediately. They also said that I've been a shitty brother and that I need to step up on and plan on paying for their kids' college tuition, since that's what families do.
Alright, sure, buddy.
Oh boy. This is
Oh man.
I let them pitch their stories and called them out based on what my folks had told me. Things went to shit from there. There was denial, crying, cursing, yelling, you name it. I swear my ears are still ringing 2 days later. Won't lie, I said some really mean and shitty things to them, but nothing that wasn't true. They had finally left after about an hour. After that, I took a shower and laid down. When I got up, my wife was home, and her first words were that she had to block more phone numbers because my sisters were blowing up our phones with new ones. I'm assuming they're like
shit.
burner phones or something. They can't afford more phones. Folks,
Cannot.
yeah, folks managed to folks messaged me yesterday asking me to call. I'm sure my sisters have told them the bullshit version of what happened, but I'm not up to rehashing it yet. I'm usually a pretty energetic person, but this drama has left me beaten down.
Yeah.
I had just enough energy to drive up to the vacation home and padlock the entrance gate shut. I'm the only one with a key. I'm guessing that will be enough to ensure siblings leave the place alone. They'd probably die walking up 400 yards uphill to get to the house.
Oh my god.
Oh boy.
Oh man.
Man, I'm
that
exhausted and these
went-
are my problems.
That is ridiculous.
So much.
I'm so curious as to why they think this is okay.
Yeah, they told the
Yeah,
brother
like
to
this right
step
here.
up.
This top
Oh, sorry.
comment exactly. CryLib2611 says, I'm always confused by people like OOP sisters. They're getting away with an absurd amount of bullshit, but they're never satisfied. Free babysitting, personal vacation house, Airbnb hosting income, expecting college tuitions and inheritance, but never considering that berating OOP about the iPhone is a financially stupid hill to die on. You think that even out of selfishness, they'd perceive when to back down, but nope. Played themselves out a 5-figure gravy train over a $30 monthly bill instead. Oh, it's so true.
Boy. Yeah, I don't understand their entitlement. Like, we don't know how they grew up, but it sounds like they kind of just grew up normally because
No.
everything.
Okay.
Yeah, what's that?
I think. Okay, this is my fan theory.
Yeah.
Fan theory is that so he's the last kid, right? He's the youngest, right?
Yes.
He grew up separately than his older sisters. His older sisters grew up in a very different time with their parents. Probably around the time with the parents, it was probably when the parents were much less established, had much less money, and they probably didn't know how to. They probably were poor. Right? And then now they were also making bad financial decisions. When you are in a poor mindset, I do think that this is true. When you are in a poor mindset, you're going to make a lot of shitty decisions. And because you are clamoring to survive above anything else, being like a good sister, being a good daughter, being a good person goes out the window because the first thing on your mind is going to be surviving. So they're probably thinking, we have no money. We need to find every single possible way to get this money back. We need to fight on this thing to get our iPhones paid for. We need to fight about this thing. We need to be able to take advantage of XYZ. The more things we can take advantage of, the better, because that means that we're making more back. It's just it makes me
so
sad.
insane.
It
It's
is
such
insane. It's fucking insane. Yeah, he needs to get like cameras on that cabin, yo.
Yeah, cameras on that cabin. He needs, I don't know, like a
Cameras on
security
that
guard or
cabin.
something.
You want cameras on that cabin? Ugh.
But he did say, like, even at the gate, there is a 400-yard uphill trek. So even if they hop the fence, they gotta deal with that. They can't bring a car through the gate.
True. They're gonna need to check it manually. Oh, man.
Let's see. Let's go with controversial comments.
Yeah.
I want to see.
Let's take a look. See.
Let's see. Lex621 says, there's something about the way this guy talks that makes me think he's just as bad as the siblings. He thinks he's so above, very smug and condescending, constantly sneaking in barbs about everyone else without a moment's hesitation, and he thinks he's not ever even partially wrong. Strong everyone sucks here vibes. The parents seem to have done an awful job with their kids if OOP is to be believed, and I suspect that a lot has been either left out or twisted, so he sounds like the hero. I mean, that could also be true because
I can see that. Okay.
Because OOP selling us his perspective,
That's
and also
true. So it's very unlikely that the sisters are this fucked up and he's not also super fucked up.
maybe. But also,
they grew up with the same family and everything. What does the reply say?
Oh, let's see. one party may have neglected their kids, manipulated their parents, and illegally rented out a property they don't own, but the other party was somewhat sarcastic, so everyone is just as bad. That's how ignorant you sound. I mean, that could also be true.
So the idea is that when you post on Reddit, right? This is a very common thing. People are going to leave out a lot of details because it's their perspective and they want to have like a certain perspective out there on the internet of the situation as well. Right? So it is possible. People lie on the internet all the time. You can make up a bunch of random shit. Be like, oh, I don't know, mother abandoned me when I was 5. I don't know. And then just be like, oh, that's so bad. It's like, oh, you didn't mention that you ran away.
Yeah. But also to that point, this story could also be complete bullshit because, like, we don't know anything besides what they're telling us now, and we don't even know if the story is real.
Up stories, like entire stories, just for attention.
Yeah, just for attention or Reddit karma. But we can only assume that this is true because that's all the information that's given to us. But even if it's not true, it's still kind of an incredible story.
It is. It was still very entertaining.
Yeah. Well, I deem this man not the asshole and those sisters as witches.
Like super assholes. Like, what the hell?
Yeah. Witch assholes.
The thing is, even if they... it's not his problem to solve their issues.
Oh yeah, and they said to step up. Like, what the hell do you mean? You've done nothing for him. Also, the college tuition thing that's a huge jump in behavior.
I do think that's huge. I do know some families, especially Asian and multi-generational, like, you know, those immigrant families where like money is pooled. That's the kind of stuff where things can get really abusive because it becomes like one matriarch or a patriarch or something controls like all the money and doles out everything to everybody across like 3 generations. And it gets really ridiculous. Yeah,
it seems like he was trying to, like he was not controlling, but he was on top of all the money problems. He and his wife and his parents.
He was on top of the money situation. He had all the money.
Yeah, and also they didn't tell the sisters because of good reasoning how they reacted.
Here's another comment from Dudization. As an older brother myself, I don't know how low I'd have to sink to expect my younger siblings to support me financially. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
I feel like a lot of pride.
Like, it's very different, right? I know some cultures, they're, like I said, the whole like multi-generation sharing of money. Like, it used to be, I know this used to be the case. Like, I also have family like this in Taiwan, where once upon a time, it would be like, you know, people bring home money. And when I say home, I mean like to your mother, even after you have your own kids. You give your paycheck directly to, like, your mom. And then she pools all the money and then decides to dole out whoever needs what at what time.
Oh, that sounds... I've never heard of that. That sounds really...
There's a lot of families that are like that. It's,
I mean, I would understand.
There's definitely not as much in the U.S., I'll say that. But a lot of, I would say, immigrant, and especially from Asian countries, I think. The ones that have, like, the very strong multi-generation, like, living in a family kind of ties. So it's, like, kind of fucked up. So, like, I understand why it was done once upon a time. Once upon a time, the idea was like, oh, you guys are a family. You're like a clan. So you help everybody in your family. Right?
Yeah.
And like everybody, you know, there's a person that helps make decisions to make sure that everybody's doing okay. And everybody's fine with pooling everything because everybody lived together in the same house. Everybody did everything together. Like the mom like cooked a meal, but for like 3 generations of kids. Like, but it's not like that here in the US. And it's not like that anymore for most families that are living this way anymore. Like, that's just not how it is anymore. Like, it makes more sense to just take care of your own money.
It kind of sounds like the Yakuza.
Yeah, it kind of is. It's kind of like that. It's like a gang, but like of just your family. Because I know in some places, entire villages are just one family. So if you think about it that way, like, yes, they're all coming together to do lots of things and have their own little economy.
Yeah, that sounds like a rough situation.
It is very rough. Thankfully, I live in the U.S.
Yeah.
I never had to deal with that. My extended family's in another country.
Well, that was our last story of the night, and I am exhausted, and these aren't my problems.
We did so many. Oh my god. Okay, thank you so much for having me. This was really fun.
Yeah, no problem.
This was a lot more serious than I thought it would be.
Yeah, we went like as aside from my previous things in this. Yeah, usually we joke around. Penis joke, ha.
Yeah.
But we got really unexpectedly deep in most of these.
How would okay? Not gonna lie, I'm very interested in doing something like this for my own stream. Would you not? I don't know about like Am I the Asshole specifically, but browsing Reddit for like certain stories and like talking about it in stream.
Yeah, sure.
Do you feel comfortable if I also try something like that? I don't want you to feel like I'm stealing it from you because I just think it's just a good idea.
Nah, I'm stealing it from someone else already. So
I know there's lots of people that do it, but I just wanted to ask anyway, since you're the person I got it from.
Yeah, no problem. Also, like, for since it's almost spooky season, I was thinking of doing this, but for Reddit subreddit, I found like 2-sentence horrors.
Oh, I love those. Yeah.
Yeah, because it's spooky season, so I feel like it'd be pretty fun.
That sounds cute. I like that.
Yeah, and like you could do it to, like, I mean, I don't own this, so like you don't need my permission to be in any way. So, but yeah, it'd be really fun to see how you do this kind of format.
Yeah, I haven't done this before, and I was just thinking like this is something I could try. I'm not as familiar with Reddit. I'm more like I read Twitter pictures of Reddit. You know what I mean? I'm not really a Redditor. I have a Reddit account actually, but I just don't usually look at it. Yeah, I usually look at other people's posts of Reddit.
Yeah, I made this account because I thought it would another social media that helps with the VTubing, but I never really use it.
Sure.
I'm more of a lurker.
Contact each other. Mine is VVChan the Dragon.
Yeah, okay.
I actually have one of those fan paid whatever subreddits for VVChan, but I only did because
yeah, I remember that one.
I don't have anything in it. I just made it so that I would have it. Be like, I own this one. If at some point in the future it becomes a thing, I want to be able to make sure that I have mine.
Yeah. But as for Black Hole Revenge, I've never heard about that one. I've only know about the Petty Revenge, Pro Revenge, and Nuclear Revenge, which I'll do an episode about those too. Ooh. Because those get kind of funny. But as for the YouTube outro, thank you, Vivi-chan, for joining me on this journey through assholes.
I've had such a lovely time investigating all these different assholes.
Yeah.
All of them.
All of these assholes.
All of these assholes.
We were investigating those assholes so deep.
We were looking real close at these assholes. You can call us getting in there, getting our sniffers on those stinkers.
We examined them so good. You can call us the proctologists.
Oh my god, we're the proctologists. Everybody should call us that from now on.
Yeah,
guys,
that's our group
I want you
name.
to know, if me and Cybertyger ever have like what's it called? Like the names where you have like together, we're the proctologists.
Yeah.
Call us the proctologists from now on. That's what we are. Thank you.
And as for Vivi-chan, do you want to like shill any of your stuff? Like say where people can find you?
Oh, of course. Thank you so much for asking. Well, my name is VVChan the Dragon, and I usually stream on Twitch. You can catch me at twitch.tv/VVChan the Dragon. Today I'm streaming on YouTube at youtube.com/VVChan the Dragon. And I also post videos on YouTube and TikTok and all kinds of places. So just check me out, baby. Let's go. My booba will wink at you if you like it. Does that help? Does that make the decision easier? And by that I mean one of them will blink at a time. Boop.
Blink.
Boop.
Blink.
Boop.
Blink.
Boop. There we go. Thank you so
Okay.
much for having me.
No problem. And we're gonna end stream soon. So, well, actually, we're gonna end stream immediately because I am tired. Like, between this and also the
Are you
one I
guys
did this
reading
morning
out?
with Hanakyo. Yeah, we're reading out.
Alright.
Let's see. Okay, everyone's. Well, again, thank you for joining me. Like, I had this idea to do this a long time ago, but then I kind of just tabled it. But now I'm getting back into it. So,
It's a great
thank you
idea.
for being here.
Mm.
Yeah. All right. Everyone, say
It
goodnight to
has like
BB-chan.
podcast feels to it. I like it.
Yeah, podcast. But I'm the only regular, unless I invite someone else back. All right, everyone say goodnight to BB-chan. Have a good night, BB-chan. I appreciate you.
Bye. Thank you for having me. Have a good night. I'm going to go collapse now.
Yeah, go to bed. It's late for you.
It is quite late. Okay, bye-bye.
Good night.
Good night. Pachow. There we go. Let me exit this out as well. There we go. We've left the collab. Ta-da! Alright, people of YouTubes, thank you so much for following along with me today. I don't usually do a lot of YouTube streams, but thank you so much for catching me randomly and hanging out with us while we were reading a bunch of Reddit posts. It was really interesting. I thought we had a lot of really cool discussions and got to read some really fucked up stories. So I like that a lot. I would like to maybe do this again someday. I think that'd be really fun. Alright guys, have a good night. We're gonna be heading out now. Bye bye everybody. Vivi says goodbye. Vivi says goodbye. Have a good night. Bye bye. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-bop. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-bop. Ba-ba-ba-da-bop. Ah-da-da. Doot-doot-doot-doot. Doot-doot-doot-doot-doot-doot-doot-doot-doot-doot. A-bum-bum-ba-da-bum. This is my end of stream stuff. Ah-ba-ba-ba. Da-da-da.